Tes mic 1 2 3 1 2 3. Oke, hello guys, welcome back with me Fedelish, your own friend. So ya, hari kita bakal main Ghostpia season 1 yang dimana aku tertarik banget sama ini game. Ini visualnya cukup ceria dan pastinya gamenya ceria banget sih harusnya. Kita langsung main. Aku jujur masih bingung kenapa dia season 1. Mungkin ceritanya nggak tamat kali ya. Jadi nanti bakal ada season 2-nya. Ini game tergolong masih baru, dia keluarnya di Agustus tahun kemarin. Oke, wait. Kita buka dulu game capture-nya. Hai, halo Tante, welcome to the stream. Halo Maxa, welcome to the stream. Ini streaming klarifikasi om. Iya, stream graduate ini ya. Banyak violent scene. Oh my god, no. Nanti siapa yang cobakin aku? Santai, masih ada Erlan ya? Graduate, oh my god, graduate bro. Nitip like, mau keliling toko UMKM dulu. Oke, bubub, selamat mencari UMKM ya. Aku kan sudah, ini ya, toko yang sudah, ya, franchise besar lah ya. Clarif apaan nih? Halo Shiva, welcome to stream. Oh my god, udah lama banget ngeliat kamu. Baru keluar was ketinggalan apa ini? Gak ada cok, bercanda doang. Buat ini gak bercanda. Bercanda lah. Kamu fantasi Jara sih? Iya, Jara aja aku. Oh my god. There is a new town person in town. Jadi ceritanya ini genrenya distopia ya. Jadi distopia itu buat yang nggak tahu itu kayak pasca bencana gitu atau pasca apokalips gitu ya. Atau kiamat gitu, habis kiamat. Jadi kita mulai aja dari episode 1. Do you want to start reading from episode 1? Yes. Press Z to progress through the story. You can always press A to go back. Oke. Bikin ketar-ketir jir. Loh, it's been a long journey. It's dark by the time I get out of the station. A cold breeze blows and I suddenly want to go home. This is a ghost town. Ghost town itu buat yang nggak tahu itu ya kota hantu gitu, maksudnya ya nggak ada yang tinggal gitu. Benar-benar kotanya ditinggalin orang. Bangunannya ada, nggak ada orang gitu. It's certainly lonely enough to have earned that name. Despite my reluctance, I quickly remember why I came here. Kenapa tuh? To fulfill her wish. Siapa nih Her? Ntar lagi graduate katanya udah capek jadi pusat perhatian viewer. Oh my god. It's a promise I have to keep. Tuh guys, kalau punya janji ditepatin. Jangan kayak orang yang ngajakin main besoknya ngilang. Jangan bilang lu tertarik karena MC-nya. Tertarik karena MC apaan? Karena ininya, cok, art style-nya kayak anime-anime ceria, kayak komik-komik ceria. Gak bercanda. Siapa touch? I whispered to myself, I've come to see you. Ya tuh, janji ditepatin. Oke. Kita lihat openingnya coba. Duar. Ini yang di trailer ya, ngomong-ngomong ya, openingnya tuh. Ghostpia season 1. It's been my dream to dream. Lately I've been sleeping all the time. But I haven't dreamed at all. Iya, sama kita juga. Aku bisa relate sama kamu, tidur kita tidak bermimpi. I want to dream, yes, me too. I want to escape from reality and go elsewhere, me too. But no matter how much I sleep, the world of dream just won't welcome me, betul. Have I ever even had a dream? Pasti ada. I'm not quite sure myself. And thus, I'm on the precipice of awakening. My body slowly flowed up from the darkness of dreamless sleep, reminding me that I do have a body Gue yang tadi bisa bangun gara mimpi paralel be like, and I'm not just part of the puddle of dream go. Dua Max. But I want to sleep longer. I grab a hand of sleep still. What the fuck, sleep still? And try to sink myself back into the goo. When I let out a yawn and opened my eyelid, I recognized the sound of a ringing phone. So that's what woke me up. Tapi kan dia masih ada orang berarti ya. That trifling realization sent spark flying within my brain, instantly casting aside my drowsiness. I woken up once again. My heart feels cold, heavy, as if someone had poured icy water into an empty hole in my chest. I look outside the window. It's almost dawn. Udah mau subuh ya. Everyone's starting to go home. The air is hurried and restless, but also somehow satisfied and overflowing with hope. And then my hearts get another degree colder. Let's go. I quickly grab change clothes, put on my coat, and head to the door. The door leading out of my one-room apartment. Oh, ini kalau kita ini itu ya. I winced at the cold sensation of the metal doorknob when I turned it. Once I walked through the hole and down the stair, the door there leads outside. Okay. Meet Sayoko dapat achievement. It's the same outside as ever. Ini nggak ghost town dong. Ini lively town, cok, ceritanya. Style gamenya disturbing gimana gitu, tapi bagus juga. Thick snows cover the ground. Like always, good things I brought my boots. A cursory glance at a nearby brick fence revealed graffiti in a language foreign to me. Behind it, in the distance, our building covered in pastel, candy-like colors, except they are now faded and dull and ambiguous. Mungkin ini foto sebelum jadi ghost town kali ya? There are many tall buildings. What does stand out though is a cylinder thrusting forward from the middle of town, as well as the peculiar silhouette of a church in the distance that almost look like it's got an onion on top. What the fuck? Mana church-nya? Oh, ini. In any case, I've got the feeling that this isn't the place where I belong. Oh, ada menara pizza tuh miring. Oh iya, cok. Hai, halo Ahmad Rafi, welcome to the stream. This is a ghost town. Someone decided it will be called that. Or rather, that's all anyone's ever called it. This is a ghost town after all. There's not much else here. So if you're not going to name the town after its inhabitants, what else are you going to call it? Tapi ini lampu nyala semua. Sinar menerang, gak mungkin gak ada yang tinggal gak sih? It's ghosts that live here. Or rather, that's all anyone's ever called them. I think that's the only thing they are comfortable calling themselves since they live forever and are active at night. Ah, never mind. Jadi dia mengubah arti dari si ghost town-nya. Jadi satu warga aktifnya di malam hari, jadi makanya disebut ghost town di sini. Siangnya pada turu gitu ya. Menarik. Ini Vian lagi ya. Iya bu, belah katanya kamu sedang keliling ke ini VTuber UMKM. They really are ghost-like in that sense. But I guess since the like part is off-putting, they've settled on just straight up calling themselves ghosts. Oh, I see. Naturally, I'm a ghost myself. As dawn breaks, the ghosts go home. I head out into the ghost town. The horizon starting to turn blue, so I'm sure it will be dawn soon enough. I love this time of night, especially the sky. I do realize that I'm kind of basic for liking something as commonplace as the sky. But watching the pitch black expanse gradually fade to navy, and then to blue makes me feel somehow both excited and relaxed. I take a step forward and get confused. Wih, keren ya. Piannya ada kayak ginian. Ngungsi dulu di sini, iya. Why was I sounding so gloomy? I often spaced out and lost track of what I was thinking. I've been like this for longer than I can remember. I feel like a broken machine. If only I could keep these sad thoughts away. Not once have I ever been able to stop them. I started digging through my memory to try and remember what started that gloomy train of thought and woke outside, half asleep. My feet just started walking on their own. Someone once said that some conscious part of our mind is larger than the conscious one. You guys, I don't know. I passed through the small gate of the similarly small apartment complex. There are many footprints left in the snow, but they are all footprints heading home in the opposite direction that I'm headed. It seems like that lonely thought has set my memory into motion. I remember now. Once again, I felt to dream. Then I got a phone call from that girl, which woke me up. I couldn't sit still, so I went outside. Oh, Sayoko itu MC. I wish I didn't remember that. But I suppose when you've forgotten something, it's human nature to try and remember it. Iya sih, pasti dong. The need to remember may not be at the top of the hierarchy of needs, but it's definitely pretty high up. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I mirror to myself as I trek through the snow. When I reach the road, the snow has already been cleared, making it much easier to walk. There's not another soul on the road, but I can feel the gaze of the ghosts from inside their building. Okay. I can't say I like it, but it's better than seeing them face to face. There are many ghosts in this town, but as someone who currently doesn't have any friend, aduh ini kamu banget sih bubub. My one and only hobby is to walk around town early in the morning like this. It's nostalgic, melancholic, and yet somewhat exciting. That's how I always feel when I go for these walks. I walk through the shabby backdrop of the city street until I turn the corner, and the scenery changes ever so slightly. I reach the plaza in the middle town. There are benches placed here and there, as well as the signboard of a cafe with a full view of the plaza. But it's not exactly a place with a calm, relaxing atmosphere. Masa sih? Ini bukannya calm and relaxing atmosphere. And that's due to the overwhelming presence of something that's the opposite of oh my god, ada misil anjir. In the center of plaza is the indiscernible stone wreckage of what probably used to be a fountain, and sticking out of it is a gigantic metal cylinder with fins. It's been here for ages. Its silhouette is simple and clear, so is its purpose destruction, complete and utter destruction. There's no mistaking it. It's a missile. I have no way of knowing what sort of missile it is, but the fact of the matter is that it's a missile, nothing more, nothing less. I don't know how long this town's history goes, but ever since it became a ghost town, the missile's been there. Apparently, since it hasn't exploded, it's probably a dud. And strangely enough, the missile is packaged with the names of the town's ghosts etched all over its surface, like some sort of memorial. Naturally, my name's on there, too. I have no memory of writing it there, and yet there it is. Oke, jadi ada nama-nama warganya. Like a signature on a shady contract I've been deceived into signing. Oh, itu misil tuh, kirain menara pizza. Iya ya, ini ya yang tadi kita lihat dari jauh ya. Bisa gitu, bisa dong. Apa yang nggak bisa? Maybe I'll be a little proud to have my name here if I like this town, but since I don't, it doesn't make me happy at all. Instead, it makes me feel like I've been bound to this depressing place. So, if anything, I find it disgusting. Sukiya kick. What the fuck? Ditendang apa dia? I take 2 or 3 steps back, get a running star and give the missile a good kick. Tiba-tiba meledak nangis. Specifically, I aim at the spot where my name is written. Someone speak up from behind me. You idiot, what if it explodes? Kata Anya, anjay, ada Anya forger. Shock. I turn around to see a red-hatted girl I recognize. She's a person, or rather, a ghost. I'll rather not run into it. That's one thing I haven't forgotten. What? It's not like I did anything. She may have not done anything, but I have, so I don't know what to say. Obviously, I'm not expecting her to do anything in retaliation, and it's not like I hate her or anything. But I don't know if what I've done maybe was some kind of a taboo. So all I can do is let out a pathetic groan. Hey, wait. I turn around and make a break for it. I run shamelessly, waving around my arms and legs. Anya, that rat hat appeared right behind me, so I have no choice but to make a loop around town that's rough shaped like a circle in order to get back home. I try to run fast, but my body just doesn't feel like it. I keep tripping and almost cry every time, but before I realize it, I'm back home. When I close the door behind me, I finally snap out of it. I can almost feel the wind blowing through my stomach. Now that I think about it, I haven't eaten anything in a long time. Wait, what? Ini sampai nggak ada makanan juga di kotanya. Well, it's not like I'm gonna die or anything. When I toss my coat off by the door, it starts melting from the bottom and up. Like when an orange peel eats through a piece of styrofoam. It bubbles, melt, and form droplets. Ugh. What? Kok bisa kayak gitu anjir? The boot I tossed by the bed melts too, leaving behind useless heel and soles. Ugh. By the time I toss myself onto the bed, even my feet start to melt. What the fuck? Even ghosts feel pain. Once the skin melts off, it explodes muscle that gets dry and stiff upon contact with the air. It hurts. What the hell? The smallest flicker of the air in the room caused me unbearable pain, as if rubbing irritants into open wounds. Ghosts can't survive the morning sun. The reason I kept tripping over myself on the way here may have been a result of losing part of my lat muscle. Thinking about that possibility helped distract me a little from the pain. Jadi actually mereka beneran nge-ghost ya. Gak bisa kena matahari ya. But it's not as much of a problem as it may seem. It's not a big deal, really. Disturbing moment emang iya. Nothing dies in this town. Just leave it alone for a while. Everything will be back to how it should be. Bisa regen ya. To sleep is to temporarily lend your body to the darkness of slumber. By the time I wake up, my body will be back to normal. My legs will have healed and won't hurt anymore. Hopefully, anjir. Hopefully, okay? Hopefully. Hantunya nocturnal. Kalau hantunya nocturnal bekerjanya di siang dong, Erlan. This sure hurts. I speak up, by the way, welcome to stream ya, Erlan ya. I speak up even though I know there's nobody there to respond. Well, it would be nice if there was someone to respond, someone to sympathize with my pain. Maybe I'm a little lonely. Lonely? Did a teardrop fall onto my pillow? Or was it just my imagination? My eyes fall shut before I can find out. NSFW punya vampir. Kenapa harus ada NSFW-nya, Cok? I can see town off into the distance. I'm heading there at full speed. To the left and right is nothing but an endless snow desert. Up ahead, Railroad tracks stretch far into the distance. Behind me, the railroad ties blur together, which is a sign that we must be going pretty fast. At this speed, I should be feeling the wind onto my skin, but I don't feel a thing on my body. It's only now that I realize I don't even have a body at all. Wait, what? Oh, ini akhirnya kita mimpi ya kayaknya. But a body exists as nothing more than a perspective that's somehow tugging along the railroad like a train. But a body, I don't get tired, so I just aimlessly watch the scenery flow by. Once I'm about a few kilometers away from the town, I finally recognize it. That the town I live in, that's a bit of a relief. At least, it's not some strange unknown territory. Before long, my train self will arrive at the station. Kayaknya dulu ada film soal kereta yang nggak pernah berhenti di salju gini. Aku nggak tahu. But as I gradually slow down, my body doesn't feel a thing, not even a momentum. Suddenly, my perspective switch. Tiba-tiba berubah. As if someone had turned the tuning dial on an old. Oh iya, tadi bunyi kayak gitu ya. Polar Express. Wah, nggak tahu dah, Erlan sih, mungkin lebih tahu Erlan. My new perspective is facing the door inside the train. Suka main pas hari Natal di Trans 7 gitu. I'm already at the station. The door opened automatically. There stands a girl. She pulls the corner of her mouth to the side as if to say blah before telling me what the fuck. lu buka pintu kereta, tiba-tiba ada bocah kayak gitu anjir. Snowpiercer kalau nggak salah. Snowpiercer, tahu. Welcome. I've lived here for a long time, so I don't need anyone to welcome me. What's even going on? I try to tell her those things, but I can't speak at all. By the time I wake up, it's completely dark outside. Iya, mimpi di akhirnya. Ghosts are nocturnal creatures, and thus the town's bustling with liveliness. No dreams again. The pain in my legs and the damage to my clothes have both vanished as if nothing had happened. I'm just a little relieved. I think I woke up much earlier than usual. I check outside the window again as part of my daily habit to see how much time is left before sunrise. We need to talk. I haven't seen that electric bulletin board before. It looks pretty haphazardly made. Too. There is wires poking out and duct tape stuck on here and there. It's probably handmade. Apa nih tulisannya? N-I-R. Apa cok? Nggak kelihatan cok. It's been lazily stuck on the wall of a building facing my apartment. I've got a hunch as to who put it there. Almost everything in the world can be fixed with a little duct tape. Emang iya? Cuman pakai duct tape, anjir. I can still vividly remember her voice, but maybe that's because I actually heard her voice just yesterday. Bring. My text. Lah. Kepencet spasi high text. Terus kalau mau balikin, pencet set kali. Ini. Bring. Halo dong, welcome to stream. The phone started to ring right on cue. I check to see if my socks are on and if my boots and coat are there. I comb my hair with my finger, but it will probably just get messy again. It's not like I've got time to fix it properly though. I'm off. I turn the doorknob and pull hard. What? Iya, ada Pacifisa. When I open the door, I see a ghost standing in the common area of the apartment hallway. Is she a grown-up child or a childish adult? By appearances, she could go either way. But if you ask me, I know she's the former. I think she's beautiful. Oh, boleh ya, wangi-wangi ya. Yoho. Even as she starts talking, she doesn't stop feeling her nail. She's number 2 on my list of people I would rather not see right now. If it's not obvious, number 1 on the list is the rat-hatted girl, the ghost named Anya. Pacifisa. Long time no see. Sayoko. When I hear her somewhat friendly tone, it takes everything I have to keep my mind from unraveling. Pacifisa's very smart. I get the feeling that all of this was part of those girls' plan to get to me. Those two know me. Probably have for far longer than I've known them. I need to go on a walk. I know I can't oppose her, but I know I can't just not oppose her either. Listen to what I have to say, and you can go on as many walks as you would like. I'm getting dizzy. Pacifisa speaks softly but has a firm fortitude. I don't think anyone can meaningfully oppose her in any way. The phone keeps ringing behind the door. I just shot. It's kinda nasty, but I'm sure you'll find what I have to say quite interesting. Apa tuh? It's not like I don't want to hear it, but why me? Please, don't get the wrong idea. I just need help. Help? Pacifisa take a step forward, closing the distance between us. My body tenses up. I can't be sure she isn't carrying a knife. Not like she isn't allowed to. Whatever. I'll just put up with it for now. It's not like I'll die or anything. As I let my thought run wild, I suddenly smell something sweet, something relaxing. New ghost has arrived. Pacifisa brings her face up close and whispers in my ears. It sends shiver down my spine, blowing away both the nausea and the sleepiness. A new ghost. Pacifisa's breath tickles my earlobe. The tips of my toes tingle, and my shoulders freeze in a place. Ah, yeah. I guess ghost breath too. Not so loud. It's still a secret. Gitu. Not so loud. It's still a secret. Don't whisper in my ear. Like I said, not so loud. Pacifisa's only whispering in my ears for secrecy's sake, but my ears are so sensitive I can't focus on what she's saying. Okay, I'll listen. I'll hear you at least. Really? Thank you. I thought you might say that. May I come into your room? Let's have a little private talk, woman to woman. Pacifisa gently smiles from ear to ear, like a flower blooming. Bang, ini game. Cok, kenapa harus sama-samain game H, cok? I feel guilty thinking that there's nothing about me that deserves a smile like that. I've got an inferiority complex about how I'll never be able to smile like that. Those two thoughts gushed out my heart. Pardon the intrusion. Since I haven't even locked the door yet, Pacifisa opened it on her own and started to walk in, but then stopped in place. Whoa! Pacifisa? I mustn't forget my ninja manners. Ninja manners, anjir. Game high yang di-offin kan bisa. Kayak saya no uta kan game hanya bisa off. Iya. Ninja? Before she crosses the threshold into my room, Pacifisa places her hand together and bows. What's up with that? I heard that this was a ninja costume. That's news to me. No way. Apparently I'll become known as a ninja in this town without even knowing about it. I had that idea. That's kind of concerning in its own right, but for some reason it feels oddly satisfying to see Pacifisa blush. It's a pleasant sight, I guess. Upon entering the room, Pacifisa make a beeline for the phone and pick it up. She simply says, "Yes, it's me. Yes, that's right. Yes. Please wait. Goodbye." Then hangs up. Ya si kesukaan bango, halah, mana ada bro. I brought you something. Sorry, but could you boil some water? I place a pot on the stove and return to the table. Pacifisa takes out a bottle of instant coffee out of her handbag. He then takes out a tin of preserved biscuit. Oke, ada biscuit, ada ini, ada coffee. What's wrong, Sayoko? I was thinking that this is what I had for my last meal too. You mean when Anya made a mess on the crotch of her plain Jane overall? What the fuck? On the crotch? Probably. Jangan gitulah, akuin aja kok. I don't judge, Fed. Enggak. How long ago was that? No idea. Well, I haven't had much of an appetite. It's not like I'll die anyway. My goodness. As I boil the water, I listen to Pacifisa scold me, saying that I should take better care of myself, and that it's not a matter of living or dying, and soon enough, 2 cups of coffee are ready. He unsealed the biscuit tin with a tug of the pull tab. Seems like a fairly decent meal to me. So, about that new ghost. I didn't realize the town could even get a new ghost. Of course it can't, or at least it shouldn't. That's what makes it such a mystery. Harusnya nggak bisa ya. The town has always the set number of the ghosts, 1024 to be exact. The numbers never increase nor decrease. Nobody's ever said anything about it, but I have figured it was some sort of eternal rule. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I feel like adding one more ghost won't make such of a difference. Maybe someone decided 1025 was a nicer number. What the fuck? She's a girl, around your age, Sayoko. I see. For some reason, my heart skips a bit. A second later, my chest feels somewhat warm, somewhat numb. In one word, I feel fidgety. So anyway, I thought we should throw her a welcome party. Pacifisa just couldn't resist laughing. It looks as if she had read my mind. It's like she knows me better than I know myself. But does she know what this feeling is exactly? We have to throw her one special one. We have to throw her one, especially due to the circumstances. What circumstances? The church is examining her. She'll most likely be tired once they release her. So we have to show her a fun time to make up for it. The church. The town's biggest congregation of ghosts. It also serves as a peacekeeping organization. Headed by priests, they do policing and politics. And thus, the priest is more like the town mayor. Very few ghosts know what goes on in the church, but Pacifisa's a pretty influential ghost as far as they go. So I guess she got that information from an inside source. The church still does things like that, huh? Some sort of immigration inspection, I suppose. But is that really necessary? It sounds like they're just doing it because they want to. I hate the church, particularly their attitude. Even after the townspeople became tone ghosts and overcame death, the church still want to control people under the guise of politics. Oh, it's almost like the ghosts are pretending to be alive, and it's so forced. I feel like there's other thing that bother me about them, but the anger make my head feel hazy. Like, yeah, my head always feel hazy, but you know what I mean. So I can't even remember what it is I'm angry about. You still hate the church, I see. Well, I do too. Those guys are poop. Church is what the hell? Poop is what the fuck? The two of us laugh like two boys in uniform merrymaking while oozing with pure, unadulterated yacht. Yacht, that's not exactly a word that I can relate to. So Sayoko, will you help me out? Okay, I'll help if I can. Thank you. I'm so happy. Whoa. When Pacifista hugs me tight, my body stiffens. There's nothing I can do. I figure I needed some sort of opportunity to do this, so I've been waiting for a long time. I'm so happy I could talk to you like this. Pacifista talked earnestly between sobs. That's right. While she may act overly mature sometimes, that's all it is, an act. Everyone who's close to her know this. I remember more than I thought. I feel happy that I remember, but it also feels odd that she has got some attachment to me. It's a swirl of emotion, like a spinning barbershop pole. Pacifista's as gentle as ever, she hasn't changed. But what about me? It feels like I've changed a little, the same way milk changed after its expiration date. A change you can smell with a single whiff. I can't go back to being me. I suppose that's how I will describe the way I feel. I guess I was just looking for an excuse. You've always been so close. I just needed a little courage to speak out to you. Oh, wow. There's nothing I can say. Being touched make me feel safe. I don't want to let you go ever again. But at the same time, it also makes me anxious. After all, I have no idea how could I ever repay someone who makes me feel this happy. If I get too comfortable taking advantage of her kindness, she might start to hate me. And I don't want her to hate me. I can't find words to say, which is a simple hug. All of this feeling are revolving around inside me, and I'm just so afraid that I'll end up crushing this moment into dust. And just like that, the happiness has faded away completely, leaving nothing but coarse anxiety coursing through my heart. Am I just not used to dealing with kindness? Pacifista suddenly let go, and for a second, I feared that my worst fear had come true, but the reality is slightly different. Sorry, Sayoko, but... what is it? Are you showering properly? You, kinda smell like spoiled milk. Oh, now that you mention, I haven't showered since the other day. Which other day? You know, when Anya spilled coffee on those ugly overalls of hers. The poop talk. Pacifista leaps backward away from me. There's a look of fear on her face that she probably wouldn't want anyone else to see normally. Well, I mean, if nobody's gonna come see me and the air's not humid, then why bother showering? What the fuck? What happened to I don't want to let you go ever again? Who asked you? You 100-year-old poop. It's been 100 years. That very concept of a calendar has disappeared from this town, so time has become incredibly ambiguous. Individually, a day is simple to track, but as the days piled up, it's impossible to keep track of months and years. You'll have an easier time counting the sand in the desert of snow surrounding this town, or one grain at a time. If you think about it, I suppose it's not normal to go long without showering, huh? Maybe I really have changed. Am I trying to reclaim myself? Take a shower now. Okay. My fear of being separated from Pacifista turns into fear of Pacifista herself. I stop thinking, grab a towel, and head to the bathroom as quickly as possible. Ghostpia. It's almost done. Lah. Tadi bukannya mandi. I don't think I've ever gone outside around that time before. The snow seems a little soft and hard to walk on, perhaps due to the rising temperature. Oh, Sayoko. Pacifista. Looks like I wasn't the only one cold here. I see. I guess that makes sense. The time has come. Waduh, waktu apa nih? Is it done? I wonder. I can't wait. Pacifista nods and wait her words for a while and then. Tapi ini dijadiin webtoon kayaknya menarik ya teman-teman ya. If you can't wait, then let's hurry. Hey. I chase after Pacifista when she breaks into a run. It's my first outing at dawn. We dash as if swimming through the pristine air. Main Street looks so different compared to how it normally does. It's like a quiet still pond. And just as how a skipping stone makes ripple in a still pond, our footstep and Pacifista's slaughter break the silence. I'm excited. Whoa, not that I mind, but why are you out of breath? We take one turn off Main Street and reach the workshop garage. Anya look at us as she sits on a garbage and place in front of the closed shutter, swinging her legs around. Oh, hi yo. Oh, good morning. Huh. The two of us laugh when we see Anya's confused face. Anya looks to be about my age, so I don't use formal words with her. Pacifista seems to be older than me, so I've ended up using formal words with her, but not because I'm trying to keep my distance from her or anything. And it's not like I don't respect Anya either. Do those greetings mean anything? Not really. Poop. You starring something? Ribut mulu lo nih berdua lo. Well, this is how things usually go. There's something special waiting us just around the corner. That doesn't mean things will suddenly change between us. Well, whatever. I'm tired. So let's get down to business. Anjir. Let's get down to business, kata si Anya. Anya sighed. Her face does look a little tired, and her posture doesn't show any enthusiasm at all either. So, is it done? Haha, is it done or is it not? What do you think? The way her eyes light up with confidence already spoiled the answer to that question. It's done, I did it, wanna see? You wanna see it? I wanna see it. I grab Anya by the shoulder when I say that. We have both lost our cool. Anya chuckles to herself and pulls a remote out of her pocket. Time for the big reveal. Quack, 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 wah, wah. The shutters open, revealing a large box-shaped silhouette inside the dark garage. Tada! Apa tuh? Apa yang dia mau tunjukin? Anjir, mobil. There it is, our hope. Our first weapon. This one is for the boat. Scores. Armor vehicle, at least that's what it probably is. Wow, that's amazing, Anya. Indeed, I'm impressed. We walk inside the large, spacious garage, storing the armor vehicle and pat its frame. I'm not a car person, but I can tell it's a reliable machine. The armor looks like it could deflect a few bullets, and the big fat tires looks like they could handle any terrain. I doubt you could get anywhere in the snow desert surrounding the city without something like that. Haha. Well, it's an honor to hear that. Thanks. Anya's an apprentice at the local town repair workshop. Though I feel like this is the first time her career skill have proven useful to us since we first got to know each other. I didn't think a repair worker like Anya could create something so impressive. It's amazing, that's all I can say. You think we can live with this thing? A mirror as Anya shows us inside the car. We sure can. It certainly seems so. Our goal, or rather, our dream, I suppose, is to leave this city. Whoa. Or to be more accurate, it's to head to my home country, which may or may not be on the other side. My friends and I have been working day in and day out toward that goal. No idea how far we'll have to go, but I made sure we can pack a lot of food and stuff. Should we bring board games and stuff too? Wouldn't it be too bumpy of a ride for board games? Oh, good point. Boy, am I tired. Time to sleep. Anya lies down on the hard concrete garage floor. I look outside the window. Sure enough, the sun's almost fully risen. The ghosts always get sleepy in the morning. They can barely stay wake up until early morning, but even that's cutting it close. No fair. Me too. Pacifisa lies down next to the already half asleep Anya curls up. They look so comfortable. It makes me want to lie down next to them too, but there's something I have to do before that. I get the garage shutter remote, and I also pick up a thick blanket that Anya must have gotten ready for this little sleepover. Hey, come on, it's going to be cold if you just go to sleep like that. It's not like ghosts can catch cold, but they do feel cold, and even though they're wearing coats, the floor likely to grow cold. I press the button on the remote and shutter shuts with a rattle. I lie down on the concrete floor and loosely spread out the blanket. Say, Anya, what? Did your boss help you? Not really. It doesn't matter either way, but huh. Are you pretending to be asleep? Well, whatever. We share our warmth underneath the blanket as we drift off into sleep. Eventually, our consciousness melt as we all enter one dream. If only a dream like that's more like a pipe dream. Rip. And with that last thought, I sink deep down into the ocean of sleep. My vision blurs as if crossing the surface of the water. My eyelids are heavy, so heavy they start to sink. They start to sink by themselves. Katanya kayak Animal Crossing, iya cok. But right before they close, in the sliver of my dim vision, conglomerationally, who's that? Iya, itu siapa? We walk around the street at night. In other words, during peak coast activity hours, I never thought I would walk around the street underneath a pitch black sky again. You don't have to be so nervous, you know? Sorry, but what? I can't find the other words to continue. Our conversation fades into the air like smoke. Once I finished taking a shower, Pacifisa said, "Let's go to the station. I'm not sure going there will help us prepare a welcome party for the new ghost. The fact that the station's such a far walk away from my home doesn't help my enthusiasm either." My worst fear turns out to be accurate. Every ghost we come across gets off the way when they see us, or rather when they see me. And it's clearly not out of kindness nor respect. The ghosts fear me. Kenapa kita? Ada apa dengan kita? Complex emotion weighed down my heart. Resignation, I don't blame you. Sadness, don't look at me like that. Indignation, you're already dead. Why do you even have to fear? I hate this. Unable to describe my jumbled up feeling, I've said something embarrassingly ambiguous. I don't know if I should be apologizing, but I'm sorry. Oh, I wasn't blaming you or anything, Pacifisa. The Pacifisa smiles, her eyes narrow, a sign that I haven't cleared up the misunderstanding. I curse my poor language skill. Can you hold my bag? I nod absent-mindedly and take Pacifisa's handbag. The station pretty big. It must have been an ostentatious building in its heyday. But it's hard to imagine what it used to look like now. But it's hard to imagine what it used to look like now that it's an abandoned wreck. Most of the lights are broken, so it's incredibly dark inside. It's not impossible to walk here if you try hard enough, but it makes me wish I had light. The few lights that remain intact are enough of a hindrance that your eyes can't adjust to the darkness, so anything that's in the shadow is completely dark. Pacifisa strike a match and light an old-fashioned lamp. Pacifisa's rich enough to buy high-luminance LED lamp or expensive, high-power wearable light, or at least I think she is. But for some reason, she's using a lamp. Has she always been like that? I don't remember. I feel like there's a memory like that knocked away somewhere in my brain. It feels odd. It doesn't matter. The station appears to have been a terminal, at least. That's the conclusion I've come to, seeing as all of the railroad tracks only come in from one direction. It seems kind of fitting for a ghost town to be a dead end. At least, that's what I think. I follow behind Pacifisa from the front entrance to the platform. There is not a star to be seen in the sky above the cracked ceiling. I see a single point of light up ahead. It sways slightly, several dozen meters ahead. There stands a young red-headed girl. Yes, she looks nothing but young. Her name is Anya, a ghost who I used to be friends with just as much as with Pacifisa. Sorry for the wait. Doesn't matter. You sure took your time though. You run into any problems? Each time Anya's body sways, the float light hovering a little less than a meter above her head sways with it. I'm not sure how that things work, but it makes her look kind of funny. It's like an angel halo. Iya cok, jadi mirip kayak halo angel ya. I mean, doesn't that seem funny? A ghost cosplaying as an angel? Iya sih, bener sih. I had Sayoko take a shower. Oh, I see. I stay silent. I decide not to say anything unless spoken to. Long time no see. Yes, I guess so. Looks like I win this time. Whatever, Posse. It's not like I wanted to win anyway. And I didn't want to lose. Answer just doesn't sound right. The two of them exchange playful banter, but Anya's face looks a little stiff since I'm here. These two are my only real connection to the town. Judging from what they said, I guess the two of them were betting to see who could drag me out of my room first. But I'm not enough of an idiot that I will say something like, "Don't use me as a pawn in your games, you two." It's necessary to just accept these sort of things if you want to revive interpersonal relationships that have remained stagnant for years or even longer. Okay, Sayoko, let's head to the garbage dump. Why the garbage dump? I want to ask, but instead I stay silent. I don't want to disappoint them. Despite the thing I say, I dream of reviving our friendship. Okay, let's go. A slight shadow seems to cast itself over Anya's face when I say that. It's a little frightening. Did I do something wrong? I guess there's no use dwelling on it. Alrighty. Anya claps her hand twice and the float light above her head changes from an angelic halo to a shining sun. It's so bright, it makes me squint. It's so bright, maybe a little too bright. This thing's a cheap model, so it's only got 2 brightness level, but I figured she'll be plenty for picking up garbage. That's true, good job, you're a real engineering advisor. I don't mind being an engineering advisor, but why don't you just shop around at stores? Don't you have money? Isn't it obvious? Huh? Well, I guess. Anya struck as Pacifica start walking ahead. Once my eyes adjust to the light, I follow behind, so does Anya. We didn't make eye contact, but you could say we are on the same wavelength. Whenever Anya moves, her miniature sun sways, causing the shadow cast by rubble, time, and pillar to stretch and shrink. Let me explain from the beginning. The needle on the compass points north. I know. Wow, you really know your stuff, Anastasia. Don't call me Anastasia. But that's what Anya's short for, isn't it? Hell no, don't just make stuff up. But it's cute, like you're a princess. That's exactly why I hate it. Don't you dare try to make it a thing. We quickly backtrack the way we came. That thanks to the intense light, it is much easier this time. It's still pitch black outside the station. I get a little dizzy thinking about how long the night is. Anya clapped her hand twice, the lights fades. The light's mechanical core plops onto the ground. What a convenient light thing, probably too expensive for me to afford though. Then again, I guess I can't afford anything since I don't have a job. Apparently new girls being interrogated at the church. Yeah, I know. That's all we know. I'm thinking that even after she got released, her reputation with the church will remain sensitive. And If we go shopping for her, it may sour the shop reputation with the church. Oh. Maybe it's different with your shop, but things could get complicated with our shop due to the church's strong influence on the economy. It's important that we care for the new girl, but we shouldn't cause trouble for other people either, right? Pacifisa break into a smile. Like the smile way more than the flawless forced smile she makes sometimes. Who cares? Shut up. As those two talk, we eventually reach the garbage dump. It's near the station, so it doesn't take long. Now that I know the garbage dump was our destination, I guess it makes sense why we met up in the empty station. It's perfect. It's the perfect meeting place for an outcast like me. It's easy to think when you don't talk. When you don't talk, eh? Isn't that right, Sayoko? I was just saying, it's been years since we walk around like this. I suppose so. Would you look at that? Anya's facial expression changed again, I think. I guess I can still tick her off, even talking as little as possible. It's been hundreds of years, hasn't it? Has it been that long? Anjir, ratusan tahun, cok. I think so. Okay, then let's go with 99999 years. I don't get why that quip gotten so popular. I don't like it one bit. This conversation is reassuring in two ways. First, it's reassuring to know that my presence doesn't immediately ruin the mood. Second, it's reassuring to know that I'm not the only one who lacks a sense of time. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever heard anyone else talk about it. But maybe I just don't remember. My memory is pretty much just a fact puddle in the back of my skull. Maybe it's because it's just common knowledge. Maybe I've even forgotten what common knowledge is. Sayoko. Yes. Pacifica's voice snapped my inward focus, consciousness back to reality. When I snap back to reality, there's a tall chain link fence standing before us. Part of it is made to open up like a door. It's the entrance to the garbage dump. It doesn't look like it's locked, so we easily get inside. It's not like this place is off limit or anything, right? Nah, garbage collection isn't like exclusive merchant or something. The boss and I come here for parts sometimes too. Huh, really? Have you been here, Sayoko? I come here occasionally. The garbage dump is the alpha of the omega of this town. From garbage you come, and to garbage you shall return. Alpha Omega ya. Awal dan akhir ya. It's almost like the opposite functionality of a real garbage dump. Ghosts can keep more than what they need. And excess, be it accessories or furniture, suddenly disappear when forgotten. And just as suddenly, those things appear here at the garbage dump. That's why this place might not actually be a real garbage dump. It's the same thing with ghosts. We just happen to call them that. But nobody knows if that's what they really are. But they still exist regardless. Whoa, it's hard to find footing here. Get organized. That's a tall order for a garbage dump. Anya turns her light on again, so we carefully trudge over the piles of garbage. Garbage tends to end up in clumps, related items. So with that information in mind, we look for conspicuous party goods like streamers or colored pens. I find some sort of canned fish at my feet, so I pick it up and put it in my pocket. Sorry, saya pencet. The can has the same sort of design as the biscuit I just had, so maybe it's from the same manufacturer. That's right, even food is part of the cycle. Everything, and I mean everything, cycles back around to this garbage dump. The can of biscuit we just ate it probably back here too. Oh, gitu ya, dia balik ya. All of the shop, Pacifisa mentioned collect items from the garbage dump to process and resell. They goes rummage through this garbage dump and live modest life based on their needs, just like they always have and probably how they always will too. You could say that for ghosts, this place is like a bountiful ocean. And I suppose that might be why it's relaxing to come here. Here, you can find anything as long as it's not living. I feel like I've heard something like that somewhere before. But who was it that again? Who was it that said it again? Halo. Berarti si MC ini kayak ada ingatan yang dia lupa gitu ya? Sayoko! I can hear the clattering of metal as my body starts to feel like it's floating in the air. Though in reality, all that happened is that pile of garbage gave way and I lost my footing. Look, you gotta be careful, okay? Sorry. Unable to keep up with Anya's sudden movement, the float lamp tumbles into the garbage pile and shut off. So not only did I lose my footing, but it's also suddenly dark, causing me to panic for a second. Anya and I, pretty much the same height, but her hand seems a little smaller than mine. I grip her hand tight and place my feet on a solid ground. I keep holding her hand until my eyes get used to the dark. Sorry, anjir, mukanya kena begini, cok. Fuck, you don't have to say it twice. I may have tricked Anya off again. My hands are sweating like crazy. Oh, it's the car. Pacifisa murmurs. The fallen garbage revealed what was hidden underneath. Jutting out of the pile garbage is a rusty station wagon. There's no way this is stable footing. That car thing was a whole ordeal. It took until morning to work on it that one time. Only now does Anya look me in the eyes as if peering into them. Her green eyes glow gently like beautiful emerald. Her hands start to feel warm, though I guess it was always warm, and I'm only now noticing it. I relax just a little bit. What car? With one careless word, I extinguish that light. The warmth in my hand quickly fades. Though that shouldn't be a surprise since she had shaken off my hand, exposing its damp surface to the cold air. Don't you remember? Even you should. No, wait, I remember. Honestly, we tried to leave by car, didn't we? I fluster. So flustered, I get dizzy. I frantically search through my memories for what I should know. For what I should never forget. I remember what happened. In the end too, we all... You really are Sayoko, right? Of course, it's me. I haven't changed. It's me, I think. But am I really? There's no way that I can't be me. Right? But for some reason, I'm not so confident. I'd be confident if I had something to prove my own identity, right? It's no use. My thought keeps spilling out, like snowy sand. What does Sayoko change into something else if you leave her alone? Like cheese? Pacifisa gave off a somewhat exaggerated laugh as if to say, well, she did smell like spoiled milk. If Pacifisa didn't come to rescue me there, I probably would have kept on panicking forever. I'm sorry, that was really out there. No, I should apologize. We all tried to live down together, didn't we? We used the car that you remodeled. Sorry, I keep spacing out lately. I regained enough sense to avoid talking about what happened in the end. I was able to remember. I guess memories are no exception to the rule. Everything forgotten returned to this garbage dump, perhaps even forgotten memories. That's right. We tried to go to the other side. Pacifisa points to the ever-expansive snow desert. The garbage pile is pretty high, so you can see far into the distance from here. Right, that's why Anya remodeled the car. That was amazing. Well, my boss helped me with pretty much everything for that. I guess we are not gonna touch the topic of what happened afterwards. After all, though I guess that's for the best. I wonder if anything's on the other side. Maybe there isn't anything. But maybe there is. We'll have to go to find out. Snow desert. Softly. Sparkles as it reflects the town's light. We all look at it silently. It's about a new girl. Pacifisa breaks the silence. I hope we can get along with her. He sounds somewhat sad, but not reluctant. Lonely. Yes, that's the word. That's how I will describe the look on her face. I'm sure she'll be nice. Don't worry, it will be fine. Anya speaks up as if to assuage her concern. She has got a similar look on her face. It makes me worry if I should too. There's still plenty of time before dawn. We all just sit down and gaze across the desert desert. I can peel my eyes off the black and white horizon. It's almost spellbinding. Maybe you are on an island. A small island in the middle of a white snow desert sea. Help isn't common. Because beyond the sea, civilization has already fallen. Teehee, I smile at the strange thought. A smile of relief, even though the thought isn't relieving at all. I can sense Pacifisa smiling, and eventually Anya smiles too, as if unable to handle the peer pressure. I guess it's obvious that I'm smiling, but it doesn't feel bad at all. I try to play it cool and keep staring out across the sea, but the others do watch as well. It's a beautiful night. We may be sitting in piles of garbage, but it feels like a beautiful night nonetheless. Okay. About 60 out of 100. If I were to rate today, that's about how high I will rate it. That said, I give my rating the moment I crawl into bed, so my opinion may be a little skewed. I yawn. I sit up and take a sip of water from the plastic bottle at my bedside, a bottle I had just picked up earlier. A cold sensation passed down my throat. I let out another sigh. I'm too tired to even feel tired. I'm so tired of thinking. I don't even want to think about being tired of thinking. That's how pathetic I feel. We were able to pick up all sort of party goods, load them into a bike trailer we found lying there, and carrying them off to Pacifisa's place. Pacifisa wanted to take home a small stylish sofa, but got into a little argument with Anya, saying it was out of question. I wanted to reflect on what happened today, but the moment I lied down on my bed, I thought Nope, not happening. I try stretching, but to no avail. It only make it worse, if anything. The intense sleepiness quickly crushes my consciousness. So quickly, I don't even have time to think about what crushing a consciousness meant. Good night. The following is Sayako attempt of recalling her memories. Okay, let's go. Oh, the red-haired girl stepped on the gas. The car starts. An angry man in priest robe glare at the car from behind. Me too. The girl with the blonde hair and the girl nuzzle their faces against each other. They're very close with each other. Look, the towns blah blah blah. This is another memory. In the middle of the snow desert, 3 girls. Who did blah blah blah? Who blah 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 blah? Tayo behind you. Why would you gunshot? Am I next? Sorry, but you gotta blah 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 quick or gunshot. Ada gunshot there. Yet another memory, an awfully vague one. A black-haired girl arrived in the middle of the plaza, dragging 2 corpses behind her. Wait, what? Huh? The corpses of the blonde girl and the red-haired girl. Huh? Huh? Kita nembak dia 2. Someone help, please help them. A crowd gathered in the blink of an eye. A brownie man surrounds the black-haired girl. The red-haired girl and the blonde girl arrive on the scene, perhaps having revived at the garbage dump. The crowd makes way. The red-headed girl vomits. The blonde girl pats her on the back and breaks down crying. The corpses wither away without sound. They mumify and pass forward, leaving nothing but bones. The man looked at the black-haired girl. Zzz. End of memory. The plaza is covered in the blood of ghosts. That's apparently what happened to ghosts when they die. Their fleeting corpses quickly begin to wither away. They grow cold from the head down. Oh. I can't believe the beast-like roar coming out of my own mouth. Even if I try to keep it in check, the rough burden keeps spilling out. It irritates me. In retaliation, I trample on one of the broken neck corpses at my feet. The barely intact neck make a nice squishing sound when I stomp through it onto the ground. I look up to see Pacifisa and Anya staring blankly at me. Their eyes are empty, as if they are not even looking at anything. My mind is completely blank, but I do know what I've lost everything. After to escape, I turn my back to them and try to run away. And right behind me stands an unfamiliar girl. You must be lonely. Lonely? That's what the girl said. That's the one word I wanted to say more than anyone else. I feel as if I cried. Maybe I really did cry this time. Before I can check the dream's end. Episode 1-nya beres ya? Ih, kenapa mereka nggak bikin anime aja? Ini animasinya cakep loh. Ini Animasi anime bagus loh. Damn, buat story episode satunya seru banget. Anjir, ini Om Aldo nge-spam banyak anjir. Di DM IG. Pet buka DM, iya. Isinya pedo semua kok. Dasar pedo mal tuh. Episode 2, The Day of the Nameless Anonymous Birthday Party. Resume. Episode 2 nih kita sekarang. Berarti average-nya kita bisa asumsikan ini 1,5 jam lah ya, satu episodenya ya. It's like a dream. Kita nodongin pistol anjir. Anjir aku telat cow. Emang iya. Halo Maldo, welcome to stream by the way. It's like a dream. That's supposed to mean something's good, right? As in, I never expected a present like this. It's like a dream. In any case, I'm currently in a room even fancier than Pacifica's place. The fireplace is so warm, and it's different, some of warm compared to electric heating. I'm eating ham. We all are, actually. There's a ham as big as my hat on the table, and we are eating it with gusto for some reason. The world is a silent safe for the clattering of tableware, chewing off ham, and the occasional crackling of firewood. It's almost as if everything outside this room has been annihilated and the world exists only for us to eat ham. And when I say us, I mean me, an unfamiliar girl, and a crying nun in a bloody nose. No, nannya nangis. He's the one eating the most. The situation is very much like a dream. The softness of high-piled rock seems to numb my sense. It's like a dream. I pondered that thought again. The situation we are in is indeed like a dream. But is that a good thing? It certainly doesn't feel like a good thing. At least, that's what I think to myself as I prod the nun's temple with my pistol. So pseudo present ya. Ini story-nya jadinya gimana sih? Muter banget cok ceritanya. I remember something. Just that it happened. I didn't remember how I felt about it or anything. It was as if I were simply watching a slideshow in an empty audiovisual room, completely disinterested. Did that happen for real? As soon as I start to question it, my body feels like it's floating. My limbs clench for something to grab onto, and then I find myself on my bed. I have woken up. Was that a dream? That was strange. I spaced out for a while, but then I remember what I have to do and get out of bed. I got to Pacifica's place. Pacifica's wanted to throw a welcome party for the new ghosts in town, which I thought was an interesting idea. Pacifica also wanted to patch things up between me, her, and Anya. My outfit is simple. It doesn't take me long to get ready. Kocak. Tadi udah sampai sini. My outfit is simple. It doesn't take me long to get ready. I just need to put on my coat and I'm good to go. That's one lackadaisical amnesiac ghost ready to go. But when I grab the doorknob, it feels much chillier than usual. Anjir, Ronaldo. Spam bocil terus, cok. I hope can start filling the void inside me, at least a little. Hopefully I'm not so empty. I'm not so empty that the wind blows me away. I head outside. The end, yeah. It's been a long time since I've gone outside during peak ghost hour instead of living close to dawn. In fact, it's been so long. I've forgotten when the last time was, which means it might as well be my first time. As expected, the ghosts are taking their distance from me, so I walk as quietly as I can, even trying to stifle the sound of my steps on the snow. Tip aja langsung boss fight. What the fuck, mana ada boss fight anjir. I try my best to smile and be the friendliest ghost I can be. I'm trying to interact with other ghosts more, so I need to get used to it. And I need them to get used to me. I don't know if I can, but I have to try. I still hate it when people look at me though. Even if they don't say anything, it makes my skin tingle. It's as if cases have masks. In fact, cases are kinda like ghosts. Not exactly sure how to elaborate on that thought, but they just are. Well, in any case, it looks like it will take quite a bit of time for me to get used to walking around in public. Once I take a turn off Main Street and get to somewhat quiet residential area, I instantly feel relieved. It's much easier for me to walk when there aren't many people around. Pacifica's house is at the end of this long street, almost there. The path to Pacifica's house requires passing through the main street. It's always a little tough getting here. I wish Anya could have picked me up. She can drive. But ever since that accident, I think it's best not to get her in a car. I said if she still had that car and gave me a ride, that would be nice. I know it's an unreasonable hope, but I'm free to imagine. If I can imagine things like that, then I guess I'm relatively calm. I'm suddenly caught off guard when someone called out to me. I nearly jumped out of my skin, and that's when I realized how careless I had been. But you got the time, little missy? A scraggly voice calls out to me, like the sound of someone prying open the rusty trunk of a total car. It's so grating and abrupt. It makes me shiver a bit. It's the old man. Yes, old man, do I have time? I do have time. I give him a weird answer without thinking. How embarrassing. It's because he caught me off guard. I mean, what time is it? I suppose I misplaced their wristwatch. The owner of the voice is sitting on the walkway, leaning on on the side of a building with his legs out. If I had to describe the old man in one word, that would be dirty. He's literally sitting on the dirt, so he looks even dirtier. It's hard to fathom it in a town like this, but he appears to be homeless. If he doesn't have a home, he probably doesn't have a bathtub either. That's it. I've got both a home and a bathtub, and I really bath, so I guess I'm not one to talk. So do I look this disgusting to the other people? Ooh. How do I explain this? This town doesn't do clocks. The very concept of the passage of time doesn't exist here, so we don't have calendar or clocks. We just have a psychological sense of what time it is. I guess I never really thought about it. Maybe it's just me being stupid and everyone else does indeed have clocks and schedule to keep up with. I feel kinda lonely when I think about it like that. Could have sworn I had it, but it's gone now. What a boomer. It was always accurate and reliable. Told me when it was waking time, lunchtime, that time, of course. Hello Baggies, welcome to the stream. The old man's accent is so thick. It's a little hard for me to understand. When he stops talking, it gets real quiet. I can hear the bustling of the main street in the distance. It's like the roar of wave. My ears start to ring. Honestly, I don't feel like talking for long. I could just run away from it all, but I want to be a good and proper ghost. So I decide to answer him honestly. I don't have a watch, so as someone else, please. Okay, bye. I start walking before I finish talking. Hold it right there. I freeze at his sudden yell. My wife said she'd be back by 3 o'clock. That's what she said, so I wait, but she ain't coming, so at 3. I go look for her, but she ain't nowhere to be found. Will my wife be back soon? That kid came back, so someone is holding her back, right? That priest guy was all like annoyed and such, so really. So now I know, like I always ever knew, someone must have stolen their wristwatch. I'm scared, and I've got a feeling that things are only gonna get worse. My wife just said you are the culprit. He is clearly not in his right mind. But I think we are somewhat alike in a way. No, it wasn't me. We've both lost something, but I'm not sure what. It's a cruel irony to wander around looking for something when you don't even know what it is you're looking for. It's incredibly frightening to think that he and I look alike to those around us. Zoya, lights on me. Why I oughta learn your lesson. As I give him a look of pity, I imagine the very same look being pointed at me by Pacifisa or Anya. Just thinking about it is so... I lose my footing. It's been ages since I last felt an earthquake. It's all in my head. These towns never had an earthquake. Booyah! For some reason. Seriously, why? The elderly man stripped off his clothes and lunged at me. I barely dodged, but what if I didn't react in time? I shudder at the thought. I gotta run. I slip past the elderly man and head to the main street. It's not a place I would like to go, but it's much better than sticking around here. I'm seriously starting to worry that I've been sealed away in a world with just me and the elderly man. I can hear rough breathing approaching from behind. I'm so dizzy, I can't get proper footing. The narrow path seems like an infinite corridor. This town only has 24 people, so it's not surprised that the population density is low. Not sure what that thought passed through my head. Guess my brain just want to escape from reality. By the time I leap into the bustling main street, I'm out of breath despite not having run that long of a distance. I don't scream for help. I wanted to, but I hesitate at the last moment. The ghosts look at me with fear in their eyes. Since I rushed so suddenly out onto Main Street, I feel like this has happened before. I can suddenly feel the cold snow through my boots again. My nose tingles. The elderly man catches up to me wearing just his undershirt. Yeah, ha ha ha. I finally gotcha. Please stop already. I shout. Part of my brain, or rather, a part of me says you should have just ignored him from the start. The elderly man stopped and stares. Did my shouting catch him off guard? Whoa. The old man's eyes begin to water, but it's not because of snow. He's crying. Why? Why am I alone? Why won't nobody love me? He cries echo even louder than my shout. What is his problem? I want to know. I really do. This is really uncomfortable. It's like when someone points out something that you can't just unthink. I'm starting to get nervous here. I don't know. I avert my eyes and walk away. I've taken a bit of a detour, but Pacifica's house isn't too far away. And this time, I'll make sure to ignore everyone. The elderly man stopped crying when I start walking the path clear. Crunch, crunch. The snow crackles underfoot. The ghosts chatter, their voices masked by that faint sound. I keep walking. I know the answer to your question, little missy. I don't stop walking. Crunch, crunch. He's bluffing. I'll tell you the town secret. Crunch, don't stop walking, you idiot. You wanna know why we are here? And what exactly this town is, don't you, little missy? I turn. Oh boy. I turned around, didn't I? A minor blunder. The whisper of the ghost and all the other very smaller sounds seemed to fade into the distance, as if I had turned the volume knob on the TV little by little. I can even hear a static noise deep within my ears. The elderly man noticed my piqued interest and hummed to himself in satisfaction. The glitter in his eyes is somewhat frightening, but also somewhat intriguing, which is why I can't just look away. Everyone's gotten used to it, but this here sounds strange, don't you think? The noise in my ears get louder. I think it's strange, and so do you. We the same. No? I don't want to put on the same level as this elderly man, but that's not the only thing that's making me uncomfortable. But we are alike, don't you think? It's time we join hand. What the hell? Mauan lu? I'm scared, but why? It's probably because I'm not mentally prepared to hear the answer to the question I've always had. Now that they are within grasp, I'm faltering. Together, we can put an end to this here silhouette era. It's a win-win situation, right? See? I'm curious, but I don't want to know. You know, it's like when someone at school says they know your crush. In the worst case scenario, that curiosity could make me turn out like him. The elderly man takes a step forward. He reaches his arm out, as if offering me salvation. Unfortunately, deep down in my heart somewhere, I do want salvation. So, what do you say? The noise grows louder. No, please no. I reject him twice for good measure, but I almost impulsively took him up on his offer. Why not? It's simple, you know? He takes a step forward. Aduh, pegang-pegang aja anjir kakek-kakeknya. He grabs my hand. His hands are so much bigger than mine, and they are warmer than they look. I know. Why don't you be my daughter? Kakek-kakek punya fetish anjir aneh anjir. Snap. What he said just now snapped me wide awake, as if I had woken up from a dream. The elderly man's weird undershirt, his clearly abnormal mental state, my loneliness. Well, things are a bit backward from how I planned, but it's no biggie. He starts swinging my hand as if giving me a double handshake. Hi, hello, Irie, welcome to the stream. Knowing my daughter loving honey, she's sure to come here if I bring home a daughter, or else there ain't no God. Ha ha ha. Is this some sort of scam? Maybe it isn't, but I'm getting really annoyed now. Sorry, but I've got to go. You can't go. He won't let go. His grip is surprisingly tight for an elderly man. Kayaknya pakai kutangan in winter. Oh my god. Let go. No, I ain't ever letting go. Not again. I can't help you. I just need someone. Anyone. It don't matter who. Someone. Anyone. It doesn't matter who. Those words cut deep. And that's why. Lapetok. Dibanting si kakek. I hurled the elderly man away without even thinking about it. Somehow, I just know that if someone gripping your hand in your face, they just so happen to be taller and lighter than you, it's easy to throw down. But when did I learn that? The elderly man's back crashes against the wall of a building. What? He says only that before losing consciousness. If it doesn't matter who it is, then pick someone, anyone other than me. He probably can't hear me, but I just wanted to say that. I feel a bit more courageous now. But that must have lost me some point with sounds goes again. Ooh. I thought I would be more shaken after injuring someone, but oddly enough, I'm not that shook. I calm enough to walk and think about how long it will take for me to get to Pacificus, and if word of this incident will spread. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Alright, the new ghost should be here by now. Crunch, crunch. I'm sure Anya's gonna talk about me in an exaggerated way, and Pacifica will rebuke her for it. Crunch, crunch. And that's when I come in, calling Anya names like Poopy Doo-Doo Hat. And Pacifica will agree with me. I wonder if the new girl will laugh. I bet she will. Crunch. I can't wait to see them all. Wee-oo. A siren coming from behind. No way, I think to myself, only for a police car to pull over behind me. Oh, for crying out loud. The audio feedback for a megaphone screeches. This is the police. You, stop right there and turn around slowly. Megaphones always give voices a particular grating sound. Gee, officer, I didn't know there was a speed limit for pedestrian. If only I could throw out a light, hard joke like that. I hesitate for a second before turning around. Masa wiyu kamu, aku jadi panik lagi nyari spion ini. Iya ketresek. Iya kamu lagi panik ya. Well, I'm just ketresek ya. And as a meaningless token of defiance, I turn around at a normal pace instead of slowly. As a coward, that's about as much resistance as I can muster. But that's enough resistance for the man to pull out his gun as soon as he comes within eyesight of me. He's even making sure to partially hide behind the cover of his car door. Look, I don't have gun or anything, okay? Though I guess I can't help it since I'm an ex-convict. I understand. But that doesn't make it any better. Okay, boys. It's your first job in, so get ready. The location's at... He's probably calling for reinforcement on the police radio. Ini difficulty rata kanan. Iya dong, rata kanan dong, pasti. I wish he would cut it out, but unfortunately all I can do is watch. Over the suspect is the ninja. Again, the ninja talk. Who do they think? I'm a ninja. I'm not a ninja. Just turn yourself in, please. We don't want to have to do anything either, you know? Just want to talk. I'm pretty sure talking counts as anything. I almost forgot about it, but that's how cops are. They have this annoying way of acting all body. It's annoying. Yeah, but in a way that brings me back. Brings me back to terrible times, that is. I didn't do anything wrong. But there was a report, you know? You saw an elderly man, didn't you? I didn't do anything, and I've got somewhere I need to go, so if you'll please excuse me. Okay, so how do you explain the elderly man slum out over there? Self-defense? Everyone guilty of excessive force claims self-defense, you know? But this is no bad situation. Anjir, padahal si elderly-nya yang salah anjir. But this is a no bad situation. Situation kind of bad. This waste of time sluggishly drags on. Anjir, tiba-tiba, sir! Here comes the police. Where is she? Rushing in from the back alleys. Where's the ninja? 3 uniformed officers file into formation. Oh, it took you boys long enough. Form 3 different paths at the same time. Now then, you mind taking a little trip with us to the station? With their superior give the word, the officer casually disperse. They block access the 2 back alleys, trying to prevent me from escaping, surrounding me as if I'm criminal, or perhaps a criminal ninja to be specific. 2 of them seems like they're just itching to go. The welcoming party must have started already. Maybe they are sad I'm not there, maybe they are mad, but it's not my fault. When I think about it like that, I start to feel the irritation boiling up from the pit of my stomach, mixed in with some other emotion. I want to run away from here. Sorry, but I've got to go. I repeat myself. When I take a step forward, one of the officers takes out his gun as if by reflex. Fast, precise movement, almost like clockwork. It seems to set off a chain reaction, as the other 2 officers also draw their gun. I don't have time for this, so I can't stop now. One officer stands in my way, pointing his gun at me, but I still don't stop. I'll shoot, I mean it. You shoot, and I ask the question and then take another step forward. He shoots his gun. Ooh, it doesn't hit me. Dodging gunfire isn't hard as long as you pay attention to the trigger finger and the way muscles pointing, as someone once said. You can't dodge a bullet, but you can dodge a gun. Ini semua kakek itu punya bahasa ada. Rip aim, iya bener. At least I think someone said that. Is it true though? But welcome to the stream ya, Metiku Dasa. I get the feeling that didn't really happen. In any case, I snatch the officer's gun and kick him in the gut, knocking him out underneath his thick clothes and thin flesh. I can feel his bones break through the tips of my toes. A ninja? You think I'm a ninja, huh? Then you better not complain when I act all ninja-like. You want me to be a ninja so bad, then fine, I'll be your ninja. You got a problem with that? After a moment's delay, the guns start firing one after another. Anjir. Jadi Jadi Goku dia cok bisa ngilang gitu anjir. I live since the officer have their sight narrow to aim. For just a second, it will probably look like I teleport to them. But a second is all I need. Before they can find where the ninja vanished to, I swoop down and slam my foot into another officer's head, knocking them out. I follow up by training my sight on the third officer midair and shoot out both his kneecaps. Unable to stop the momentum of the bullet, his bone and flesh tear open like a pair of red roses. All the police chief remain. He seems to be preparing something behind the cover of the police car door. Is that the awkward pump action of a shotgun I hear? Bo ngengek dong. Ngengek apa cok? Tinja. Oh. Hello Maxo, welcome to the stream ya. My suspicions are confirmed when I see him awkwardly point a muzzle through the tint glass. But I don't stop. I hold up one of the fellow officer as a human shield as I advance. Do you dare to shoot your ally as he still breathes? He dare. Admire your god, chief. The police car window shatter, the glass shard twinkle as they dance through the air. But he forgot that I can leap. Now you have nothing to show your gods. Nothing to show for your gods, and his ally gods are showing for nothing. As I dodge the wide spread of shotgun pellets, I look down at the astonished face of the chief. I brace the lower half of my body for the landing. Why do you look so surprised? This is what ninjas do, isn't it? Yo malam bang, salam kenal, halo Ki, welcome to the stream. It's your own fault. I know, I've always wanted to dream. This is pretty much a nightmare. Para kamu om, ngajarin tanteku nggak bener. Oh, jadi dia tantemu. Tadi tantemu agak nggak jelas tadi siang pas main Apex. My nerves are right on the edge. The sole of my shoes touch the ground. Thankful I don't slip on the snow. This is your own fault. Well, before he can finish pumping his semi-auto shotgun again. Ah, semi-auto shotgun anjir. Ada semi-auto shotgun kah? Baru tahu. I've got my gun pushed right up against the chief's temple. Please put that thing down. Yes, ma'am. The chief lets go of his shotgun. He also relinquished his pistol without me even having to ask. What a reasonable guy. I kicked the guns away. It wasn't my fault. Yeah, I believe you. Really, but the priest. Priest? At first, I'm caught off guard to hear that name, but it makes sense when you realize the priest has the police in the palm of his hand. He told us to protect the town if the ninja ever got violent. Oh. Iya, om kapan live? Waduh. Lah itu suara lu bang, kirain emang narator dari game ya, gila keren bet. Mana ada keren Ki, waduh. By the way, ini game gak ada suara cok, cuman kayak si Animal Crossing gitu. Is the priest the one who labeled me a ninja? Yeah. Maybe, I guess. I lower the gun. I put it in my pocket. I dust off my hand. Tell the priest he can go to hell. Huh? Dibanting, that makes twice today. I've sent a guy flying through the air. $1. The police investigator yells the name of an obscure marine organism before falling unconscious. He's heavier than the elderly man, but I still pull it off. Guess that's one more reason to hit the church. I toss the officer's gun into the trash and start heading toward the pacificas once again. Pas gue join kirain suara narasi dari gamenya bang, hehe. Oh, enggak, suaraku jelek kok. There's nothing odd in particular about the rest of my journey, and I'm not just saying that because of how bizarre the journey has been so far. I just mean I keep walking, make progress, and eventually reach my destination. Pacifica's house is a little bit away from the center of town, but none of that really matters now that I'm here. It's a splendid house that even I can appreciate. It's different in every way from my apartment. It's spacious, warm, and standalone. You'd expect a rich, friendly family to live here, and yet Pacifica's live here by herself. Live here by herself. Then again, so does every other ghost in town without exception. There's a weather-beaten sofa sitting out in front of the house. A ghost man sitting on it. He looks away as if I'm an eyesore. I don't remember the sofa, but maybe it just slipped my mind. It struck me as strange that it's sitting outside, all exposed to the element. Kok ini beda? Then again, this whole town is weird at its core. So strange. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that I think about it, I remember this being the sofa Pacifica picked up from the garbage dump when we did garbage collection yesterday. I'm half relieved that I remember and half sad that I forgot. The positive and negative cancel out to zero inside my heart. I ignore the man and head to the door. After just a second hesitation, I ring the bell. Ring. For an expensive looking house, the doorbell sounds surprisingly cheap. Jelek dari mana jelek, cok? Ini game visual novel gitu ke abang betul. Hati-hati nanti kamu digigit streamer ini kalau kamu muji suaranya. Digigit ya. After a moment of silence, the door opened abruptly. The thick panel of wood is almost perfectly soundproof, preventing me from hearing anything that might be going on inside. Yo. Contrary to my expectation, it's Anya who shows up rather than Pacifica. Oh, hello. I feel like I've stumbled at the first step. I panic a little, but just a little, so I'm able to act normal. Nice weather we are having. It's night and snowing. Oh, whoa. I stumble, stagger, and fall flat on my face. Metaphorically speaking, not physically. That's just what it feels like. It kinda hurts. Well, whatever. Come on, come in. We've got coffee, black tea, and some weird herbal tea or whatever. Would you like? Terbangnya terbang kalau dipuji. Oh my god, aku terbang ke angkasa. Tapi beneran keren kan? Enggak sih. Anya head back inside, beckoning me in. I follow and shut the bulky door behind me. The fairest sound of the street suddenly fade into the distance. Even sounds I didn't realize were there until they're gone. I went with coffee, one sugar. Why are all the drinks at this girl's house so good? They must be so expensive, so boggy. Saying that, Anya leads me through the hallway toward the living room. There's a nostalgic smell, the smell of tone gauze. A sweet, heavy smell reminiscent of a honey scent. Bacanya scent ini. Ini kan SC. Bacanya scent. Candle. Since they disappear in the sun, sometimes it feels like the only real thing about them is their smell. When I enter the living room, the smell gets even stronger. The room's decorated colorfully and cheerfully for the welcome party. There's a fireplace, but it's just for show. The room is actually heated by a large, noisy heater. I hesitate before addressing Anya. Do you just want hot water? Sometimes you just want drink plain hot water to feel something, huh? No, not that. Anya can be kind of dense sometimes. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just how she is. You just gotta be direct with her. Where's Pacifisa? Oh, she went to go pick up the new girl. Oh, I guess I jumped the gun. Then, I thought Pacifisa had already started the welcome party. Am I late? Well, you're pretty late, but I think Pacifisa's facing some issues on her end too. I'm a little worried that it's my fault since my violent rampage could have caused delay elsewhere in town. Speaking of my violent rampage, I wonder if Anya will hear about it soon. Pacifisa's got ears everywhere, so she might have heard about it already. I feel dejected. I don't want to think about the subject, so let's switch gear. About how late I am. Relatively. Meaning? Look, if we had an accurate sense of time, we wouldn't say things like 9999 years. Kenapa harus 9999? I slip up again. But I guess the positive and negative cancel out the zero game. Because now I know for sure that the elderly man's idea of 3 o'clock is nowhere to be found. I suppose you're right. Here. Anya hands me a mug. The coffee inside it is so pitch black that it almost looks like tar. Emang tar hitam? Tar yang itu ya? Kirain saus tartar. You're not gonna say you don't want any, right? You used to drink this a lot, after all. Thank you. I drank it down. It seems sweeter than what I drank yesterday. Is it good? Probably. What's that supposed to mean anyway? Here. Apa itu? Anya hands me a tin can the size of a matchbox. For what? Thank you. Looks like they are mint flavored tablets, which I don't think is a good match for coffee, so I put them in my pocket. Hello Nepo, welcome to the stream. Anya sits back on the sofa, looking pensive, but not angry. At least, that's what it looks like to me. Ghostnya mana? Yang namanya Vigo Alvandi. Dia pengghosting handle soalnya. She has got a mocking hand just like me. He stared at the surface of the black liquid. I stand at the entrance of the room, watching her. I forgot to ask her where to hang my coat. Say, Anya looks up. I start to worry that I've been staring too much at her. Yes? Sorry if we are bothering you. Bothering me about what? That's what I should have asked, but I'm a little too late. Anya start talking again before I say anything. If we are not bothering you, then it's fine, but I don't want to be a bother. That's just a lose-lose situation all around. Anya talked in an intermittent burst, so it makes me a moment to figure out what she is talking about. Are you talking about calling me over here? If it's bother, then I'm sorry. You don't look like you're enjoying yourself too much, and you look like you hate it when I talk. I just want you to believe me when I say that there's no hard feeling or anything. I felt a little hopeless. Though I don't know if hopelessness is something you can feel just a little of. Loh, Anya kok rambut oranye? Iya, dia habis semir rambut kemarin, Lan. Kamu nggak tahu? Itu ada di season 4-nya Spy X Family yuk. Kamu nggak nonton ya? It feels like just a tiny part of your heart has been crossed. Overall, you might not be that hurt, but you feel hopeless in that small aspect. It's not like I hate being here with ya. I say that loud and clear, I swear it. I suppose the obvious explanation here is that I'm lacking in sociability. Bruh, kenapa visual novel disuruh membaca? Iya. Aku mencium sebuah kekipakan. Kipakan ya, kekipakan ya. I should have smiled more. I should have come here sooner. Anya doesn't know about that scuffle I had outside, so she'd think I just dragged my feet to get here. I don't hate it at all. Anya looked at me. Now it's my turn to look down at my mug, except I already drank up most of mine, so I've got no choice but to look back up. Well, okay, but... Anya looks at me again, with sad eyes. Eyes that make me sad too. Though not as sad as her. But I wanted to do it. Do what? Anya murmurs. We decided that this is what we should do, even if you hated us for it. What you should do? You wanted to make a new friend for you. It's the least we could have done. After all, it's almost like we had stolen ourselves from you, I guess. Huh? I get what she's trying to say. It's almost painfully obvious to me. Awal game menceritakan apa bang VTuber? Cerita tentang kota hantu. We want you to have friends. Even if you hate us, we could at least get the new girls to be your friend. Couldn't we? Kenapa kita benci mereka? But that part, I just can't understand. I'm sorry, I really am. I'm sorry if we are being too nosy, but still. You've got it all wrong. For a moment, I thought I could hold myself back, but I realized I just can't. I shot. This is all just a big misunderstanding. Yes, this is a misunderstanding indeed. One huge misunderstanding. I hear a voice from behind. Pacifisa standing there with snow still clinging to her body. Pacifisa? If you're wondering why I came back alone, it's because those poops at the poopy church kicked me out for some poopy reason. Pacifisa talks up a storm in a single breath, but she doesn't stop there. MC-nya ada diapa-apain sama kamu gak bubuk? Emang iya? Bang, kurang-kurangin lolinya. Iya, tante lihat tante ada orang pervert tante. Hanya sebuah kesalahpahaman, betul. Erlan. And yet I still did my best to leave with a smile. And what do I see? A stupid client calling out to me even though I said I'm close today. But I still handle it with a smile. Anyway, I came back because I was worried about Sayoko. And what do I hear you telling her, huh? Well, I just felt like I had to say it. I mean, it's not fair to hide it from her, is it? Fair? I see. Fair, huh? Look, timing is everything. You've got something to say. If everyone spoke what was really on their mind all the time, we will have nuclear warfare and the world will be blown to bits. A sure mutual destruction. Don't you get it? I'm sorry. Pacifisa's angry look causes Anya to completely shrink away. It's kind of sad to see her like that. Lah kenapa deh, Lan? Jadi tadi Dewa mengeluarkan jokes pervertnya, Lan, pas mabar bersama aku sama tante. Nuclear warfare referensi Kang Oppenheimer kah? Oh my god. Oh baru sadar, bener Lan. Kayaknya ini orangnya habis nonton Oppenheimer bikin cerita gamenya deh. It's okay, I don't mind at all. I speak up louder than I anticipated. The gloom in my heart seems to have dissipated. I suppose the gloom was blown away by Pacifisa's whirlwind of complaint. That must have been her intention from the start. She's always one step ahead of me, huh? She's trying to make a friend. She's trying to make me a friend. It makes me happy to think about it like that. Why don't we just leave it at that? If you want me to hurl this empty-headed rat hat out of the window, then just say the word. How about it? Gimana tuh bang? Sebuah pervert pas mabar bareng ya? Pervert banget sih. Semua omongannya berbau pervert emang. There is no need for that. You are too kind, Sayoko. Wouldn't you agree, Anya? I'm so sorry. It's okay, really. When I let out an exasperated sigh, Pacifista hold my hand. She then looked me in the eyes and says, you know, as well as I do that this girl's kinda blunt. She doesn't mean anything bad by it, okay? Okay, before I can find the next thing to say, the doorbell rings. Anya, got it. Kacau. Anya goes to the door in Pacifica's stead. It's probably that client again. Just tell him I'm busy today. Gotcha. Anya slowly disappeared down the hallway, so slowly that you can clearly see how annoyed she is. So what were you trying to say, Sayoko? Oh, I was just thinking about how amazing you are, Pacifista. Hey, thanks, but what do we do now? We gotta take that girl home somehow. What is she like? What does she like? Halo Fedel, halo Rene, welcome to stream. Coba ganti ruangan bang VTuber, bosan di ruang tamu terus. Iya, kamu aja yang bosan, saya sih enggak. Sunday. Gah. Anya shrieked at the front door. For a second, I think it's the police, but I just incapacitated them. And that quah sounded like a quah of annoyance or disgust more than anything. I wonder what that's about. Hey Anya, what's wrong? I'll be right there. Them son of a bitch. An exasperated Anya peeked into the living room. Gila, Anya udah bisa toxic bro sekarang, cok. Pasi, you've got a visitor. A small creature hops up from behind Anya. Or at least, that's what it looks like. It's obviously not an animal. Thanks for inviting me even though you're so busy. Whew, what a lovely house you have. You weren't invited. The small creature is actually just a child. While I'm not exactly an adult anymore, while I'm not exactly an adult myself, so am I child too? I don't think I give off childish vibes though. Loli, cok. Do people only see others as children if they think of themselves as adults? See what I mean? Am I right? What evil have you ushered into my house? Halo Bang Pohon Oak Miso Nepal. What the fuck? Pacifista furrow her eyebrow. This little girl couldn't possibly be that harmful, could she? Oh wow, you must be the ninjas everyone's talking about. It's a super honor to meet you in person. As soon as the girl noticed me, she spoke up with sparkle in her big round eyes. I probably am. Hi. It's a pleasure to meet ya. He takes a few steps toward me. Halo juga Bang Vigo Alfadira. Oh, nama orang diganti-ganti ya? She then cutely removed her glove and reached out for a handshake. There really shouldn't be anything cute about removing a glove, but somehow she pulled it off when she pulled it off. Oh my god, lucu sekali. When I timidly reach out my hand, she giggles as she takes my hand in both of hers and firmly shake it up and down. Ugh. What's with the discuss? She seemed like a polite young girl. That's exactly why. Say Clara, shouldn't you introduce yourself? Bahkan semua kita nggak akan bertemu lagi. No, Erlen nangis. Oh, you're right. The girl named Clara hops back, straightened her posture, and looked me in the eye again. My name's Clara. I'm an apprentice nun at the church. Please bear with me as I learn. Ah, you're nun. She bows her hat. Not her upper body, just her hat. An awkward gesture for sure. But that awkwardness only adds to her cuteness. Gila, lucu banget sih. She's got a very cute face. Iya, cute banget. She doesn't seem to realize it herself. It looks like she's trying her best to please everyone in her own way. She's perfect because of her imperfection. At least that's the impression I get from her. See? I'm sure you understand now, Sayoko? Huh? What? You see? This girl isn't clergy or anything. She's just a normal girl, but she's always around the church because she adores the priest. Oh my god, lucu sekali, cute sekali. So you hate her because she is a church spy? That's about a third of her reason why, yes. She may look cute and innocent, but she's even modest and unaware of how cute she is. And so she does cutesy kitty stuff every now and then. Cute? Yo, cute banget, cok. That's why everyone loves her. She's perfect. And because she's loved, her perseverance is unbending. She is so pure, it makes everyone love her all the more. Yes, sirik aja lu berdua, Anya sama Pasifia. Few people hate that kid. That's why she can't even tell if someone hates her or feel uncomfortable around her. And that just makes everyone around her love her more and more. So she's happy every day, and so is everyone around her. There's something blood-curdling about Pacifisa and Anya's explanation. The way they're blocking the exit as they talk makes it feel like they're initiating me into some sort of cult. Jadi Pasifia itu anak webinar, emang iya? Kenapa tuh Lan? I suppose that's pretty much the opposite of what they're doing though. Everyone loves that kid. She's cute, cheerful, ambitious with her unconditional love. She has an irresistible charm. Oh my god. Loli pakai handuk. Wangi-wangi. Whoa, I haven't done anything worthy of praise. I just want to be like the priest. She's got a very cute face, but she doesn't seem to realize it herself. It looks like she's trying her best to please everyone in her own way. She's perfect because of her imperfection. I take another look at the nun in training in front of me. Huh? She kinda pissed me off. I know, right? Bang VTuber Roy, kenapa kamu lihat anak kecil mandi? Wirahianto malah woi, waduh bang, nggak bahaya ta? Kenapa bahaya? Antum mirahin dengan anak-anak? Enggak lah, apa boleh begitu bang? I know, right? It seems we've come to an understanding. So basically, it boils down to how it makes one feel to see this perfect little girl living her perfect little life. Many people will probably think she's cute, but some won't. So you're projecting and using her as a scapegoat of your own inadequacy. You could say that. But I guess it is kind of creepy for everyone to like someone. So I guess that's natural. I won't deny it, but I won't apologize for it either. Okay, let's toss her into the fireplace. It's been a while since that thing's been useful. Oh, Miss Anya, what a funny joke. Oh, come on, damn it. Anya looks upward pleadingly, as if she's given up on everything. She then shuffles over to the sofa and collapses onto its soft fabric. Clara sees that and says, Miss Anya, you're so funny, which only causes Anya to groan again. Well, anyway, what brings you all the way out here today? I've got a bit of a hunch. Pacifista crosses her arm and gives Clara an ice-cold glare, but Clara just looked back at her without batting an eye. I can't believe it. Coba ada scene banget, the fuck? No, Bang Wigo. It seems there's a misunderstanding about the new ghost in town, so I've had enough of that poopy priest excuses. The priest isn't poopy. The poop isn't priesty. He's a priest. He's a poop. Priest. Poop. Priest. Priest. Poop. Priest. Poop. Okay, fine. He's not a priest. He's poop. I get it. Yeah, he's a poop. Huh? Would you cut it out with the huh, you poop? Ahem. The priest is a wonderful man. I'm sure he has his reason. I believe you'll understand one day, Miss Pacifista. What reason could he possibly have to label the new girl dangerous and lock her up? I'm sure he cannot give any reason that people would understand right now. I believe he'll explain in full when the time comes. So why did you come here personally? I didn't want you to hate the priest, so I came here to come to his defense on his behalf. So you're saying the poop didn't send you here personally? You should have just said so sooner. I thought for sure the poop had entrusted you with some poopy message. Bang, kenapa nggak ada scene onsen bareng minimal ada gitu? Hah? No matter how much Pacifista makes fun of the priest, Clara's eyes never lose their shine. I can do nothing but shudder as I watch the conversation unfold. The priest delivered the words of God to us, and Clara wants to deliver the word of the priest to everyone. Anya, I heard ya, poop. Don't bother with the fireplace, the window will do, it saves us the trouble of cleaning up. You think so? I always thought that girl who pulled the whole cutesy act deserved to die in a fire. Anjir, Anya. Hey, this isn't the time to joke around. I'm not leaving until this misunderstanding is cleared up. I know that you will understand. Clara shut her eyes, as if completely pleased by her own words. She's acting like a ghost, as in the sort of incorporeal ghost that's tricky to deal with, since any attack phase right through it. A troublesome specter that's always present and can never be interacted with. I see. Please leave. You can either leave through the door or the window, your choice. No, I'm not leaving. Let's be friends, Miss Pacifista, Miss Anya, and Miss Ninja. Okay, look, I'm not ninja, okay? I see, you've chosen the window then. Pacifista lets out an exasperated sigh. I won't give in to fear. You're the one who are afraid, but it's okay. Everything will be okay. God loves all his children after all. Pacifista. Amen. Pacifista grabs Clara by the shoulder. Lucu banget. I feel tired all of a sudden. Today's just the worst. What were her final words? Ooh. Why would you say who when you've been thrown out of a window? At least say yip or something. Guys probably like that part of guys probably like that about her. The who part, I mean. The wind's blowing in through the broken window, but none of us complain. We would rather invite the cold in than invite her. The decorations sway in the chill, invisible wind. Anya and Pacifista ignore it as they sit back on the sofa. I'm sorry you went through all this for me. I sit directly on the floor, a little bit away from them, and lean against the wall. Warm air rises, so it's much colder near the floor than you will expect. I hate myself for failing to find a better seating position. Having failed to accomplish their duty, the welcome party decoration looks somehow cold. The poor new ghost, I hope for her sake that she's not a cutesy type. Don't worry about it, I'm not mad at you, Sayoko. I'm mad at the church. You know that, don't ya? Well, yeah, but I was thinking I caused you a lot of trouble. I don't know the specific, but I realized Pacificas work really hard for my sake, so that she could make me a friend, even if I stop being her friend. What's that supposed to mean? I didn't hear everything that the Damianya over here said, but it's not like we want to stop being friends with you or anything. We just wanted to do something for you as a token of reconciliation. But physical objects quickly disappear, you know? So you wanted to give you a friend. It's like planning a surprise party. We've already gotten this far, so we might as well see this whole thing through, right? We didn't mean to trick you or anything, honest. Yeah, I understand. It's okay actually. I should be apologizing for all this trouble I've caused. Before I can finish that thought, I sink into silence. I'm cold. The heater's on. But that's like bailing out a sinking ship with a thimble. It's too cold for comfort. Aren't you cold? Why not sit over here? Yeah, that's right. Boys, duduk di tengah. Pacifista and Anya scooch over and make some room for me in the middle. It should be much better than the floor. And we all might be warmer if we share body heat. I get up, stand in place, and hesitate for quite some time. In the end, I decline the over. Huh? I tell them I'm going home since I'm tired today. No, okay, sorry about today. I'll plan a bunch of stuff and get it all prepared by tomorrow, so please come back once you wake up. I'll be waiting. Let's drink coffee again. Sure, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, let me walk you. I tell her she can just walk me to the entrance as we part ways. The moment the door closes, I can hear Anya's voice through the gap saying, maybe I should go home too. The sky's still dark. There are still ghosts coming and going around this time. Considering the whole commotion earlier, I should probably avoid Main Street. I walk stealthily, avoiding the contact with others. I don't feel especially cold, since it was already pretty cold inside the room. They wanted to make a new friend for me. That's what those two said. I feel like that's part of why I was so intrigued by the idea of a new ghost in town too. Anya, Pacifista, and I have ended up getting ourselves quite the reputation. A new ghost will be convenient as a friend since she won't be aware of any of the town's history. She is equally distant from everyone, so if we get to her first, we're sure to get on her good side. That's probably what I've been subconsciously thinking. The subconscious is an amazing thing, huh? I think my subconscious is smarter than I am. So in other words, their presence matches my needs. Regardless of how they try to show it, they treat me like a friend. It truly does feel like a present. But if they want me to have a present, even if I won't be their friend anymore, it doesn't really make me happy. I sighed. I want to be friends with them forever. I never really thought I needed a new friend. I'm satisfied with I'm satisfied with spending time with the two I have. But saying that would be like telling them, no thanks, I don't want a present. Iya sih. Wait, tahu kata bener ya teman-teman ya? Aku bisa jadi teman kamu kok, saya kok yang bener kamu Erlan. Kamu ngomong sama cewek aja nggak bisa Lan. Yang bohong kamu Lan. I don't want to do that. I feel like present should make both recipient and the giver happy. Bang kok gitu? No. No. I mean, I've given present myself before. Haven't I? Hopefully I have. I desperately search through my empty memory and arrive at my apartment before I know it. I'm home. Pacifica's house isn't that far away, but I feel like I've walked quite a distance. I wonder what happened to the elderly man and the police. Hopefully they don't come for revenge. I don't want to be thrown and shot repeatedly as payback. Payback that gives me an idea. Oh yeah, kenapa tuh? I figure out something I can do. Maybe I can pay them back somehow. I don't think I've really used my brain to think up something like that in a long time. Hehe. I can't hold back a giggle. This is when they thought I was odd. That's the cryptic thought that comes to mind. As soon as it crossed my mind, I tumbled down the stair. But that doesn't stop me from thinking about how I can pay them back. ghostpia. Even later at night, when maybe 60 or 70% of the town's ghosts are asleep, a man stands in front of the entrance of the church, one of the biggest buildings in town's alongside station. He's not dressed in appropriate church attire, however. His oily face is covered in stubble. His clothes have spotty discoloration. His boots are tattered. You can tell his hat smells just by looking at it. His gloves have spotty discoloration. His boots are tattered. You can tell. Oh, entar dulu. His protruding belly pushes against his coat and questionable stain on it. And most of all, he has a rifle. Anjir, ada rifle, cok. Bangke, ada rifle. Look, he's a watchman. They are seen at the church from at from time to time. Whenever something happens, watchmen stand guard in front of the church. These men patrol the church with guns. Anjir, jagain gereja pakai AK-47, bro. These men patrol the church with guns, clearly neither clergy nor parishioner. The men don't know why they've been deployed. But the priest has ordered them to guard the church. So they guard the church even if it's empty. No, ingat ka pas gereja. Mengingatkan aku pas ke gereja pas hari Natal emang ada AK-47 anjir. The priest just has that much influence in this town. This particular man might look dumb, but his eyes are good enough that he doesn't need glasses, so he notices a boy approaching. Hey kid, no unauthorized access today. With great difficulty, the man tells the boy that access is restricted. But I would like to pray. Can't you make an exception? The boy shyly pleads with the man. No can do, Sonny. Can't let nobody pass through. The man gripped his rifle and thrust it, threatening the boy. But the boy doesn't falter. The man can't read his facial expression since the boy's cap is covering his face. I didn't say there wouldn't be anything in it for you. The boy speaks. Please take this. The boy holds out a tiny resealable bag with 3 white pills inside. They're top quality. Oh. The man hesitates. He takes a bit of time to reach an answer. Oh, fine. So you'll let me through. Just make it quick. Anjir, dikasih obat bro. The man clears away. He figured that if the boy were a malicious intruder, he wouldn't try waltzing in through the front door. And perhaps another reason is that the man was already looking forward to enjoying those pills. And thus, my infiltration of the church is a success. Whew. It's like a ninja. The sight must have broken my concentration. Oh, itu kita! Because my disguise, a coat, mask, wig, and other things I pick up from the garbage dump instantly disappear. So do the remaining mint flavored tablets, even though I only took 3 of them to put into that bag. If for formality's sake, I should apologize to the recycle shop for stealing the clothes and whatnot. It looks like I can carry fewer things than most other ghosts can. So I guess maybe I've only forgotten that fact and I'm just now remembering it. But I don't have time to get lost in thought about it like I usually do. Because I hear someone. Or rather, I hear and see someone at the same time. And it's the sight of that someone alone is enough to make me sick. What brings you to the church this late at night? There's then the priest. Are you the priest? It will be stupid to ask that, so I don't. The priest matches the priest in my fact memories, so this priest must be the priest. He reminds me of a long dead lion. His swept back hair looked like a mane. His eyes have the sharp glint of carnivore. His voice is low like a growl, and he carries himself confidently, like a true king of beasts. Though he's more like a king of ghosts. This king, who appeared to be around 30 years old, stands like a priest, with his hand held behind his back, as he talked to me gently. How strange, I believe we had already closed for worship today. When the priest moved, I smelled the scent of dust and burned out candles. While I hate the church, I don't hate the smile. They let me in because I said I had some business here. I see, rules are rules, and upholding the rules is a watchman's job, so I can't have a watchman helping someone break the rules. He must be reminded of the rules. Oh, did I say the word rules too much? Anjir, gerejanya worshipnya si ininya tadi, Cok. Yang tadi apa namanya? Misil tadi, the priest laugh. I can't help but laugh too. What is this feeling? He looks at me with composure and magnanimity. This feeling, yes, he's like God. I heard you got quite violent downtown today. And there's something about him that I hate. Why did you leave your room? As soon as the priest says that, his composure and magnanimity disappear. It's like a switch has been flipped. He's ready to take on the ninja that killed an elderly man and the police. Composure and magnanimity, that's two things I've stolen from him. I'm just a little bit happy. A friend suddenly came for a visit. I tell him the plain truth. I thought something like that will never happen again. I thought I had sealed away the evil. The priest keeps staring at me. I don't think he intends to take his eyes off me for a moment, not even to blink. Ini gereja sekte apa lagi nyembuh misil? Iya, Cok, aneh, Cok. And at the same time, it's like he's looking through me and back to the day. I wish I could see it too. I wish I could reclaim my past. There's something scary about the existence of an unfamiliar me. You've changed quite a bit since the last time I saw you. For a moment I didn't recognize you, but I surmise if anyone was going to pay us a visit, it would be you. My chest hurt, like a tooth cavity, like a long drawn pain that will deprive me of sleep. So that must explain why Pacifisa and Anya must seem hesitant to get in touch with me. I've changed, and probably not for the better. Those two are nice, so they won't talk about it. I didn't notice. Those two have been watching over me, and the current me has just been taking advantage of their kindness. The me that those two talk about is just my empty shell. They embrace that shell, put on a smile, and explain things that should be common knowledge. Ah, this pain. Is it my heart? I heard someone say that the heart has no sense of pain, but that can't be right. But something has to hurt me. But something has to hurt for me to feel this pain. Where is the pain? I can't tell where it is. I can't heal it. Bang, aku mau tidur. Oke, Bagis. Thank you, udah mampir ya. Otsu, oke, Bagis. I hate this. Selamat tidur. The new ghost is here, right? Give her back. I speak in a firmer tone. Firmer tone. I want to get out of here as soon as possible. Give her back. But she's not yours, and you've never had her. She's dangerous, maybe even more dangerous than you. I need her. For what purpose? My friends need her in order to help me, so I want to help them get her. It's a strange thing to say, I know. Maybe I'm broken, but this is the answer I've come up with. So please, don't interfere. I say. The priest says in exasperation. He's probably stopped trying to understand where I'm coming from. I cannot allow you to take her. He's a witch, a disruptor of the town's peace. I must seal her away. Peace? What is peace? We are ghosts. We don't die if we are killed. Does peace even exist for us? If so, then isn't every ghost already forcibly sealed away inside of this so-called peace? But he's testing us until the day we earn his mercy. I must guide the townspeople to protect the peace and live modest life, for that is my purpose. The priest looks at me arrogantly with his hand still held behind his back. He may be cautious of me, but he's calm. He has people to support him. He has a purpose to live for each day. He has a fulfilling life. I can't lose to someone like that. When we earn his mercy, he will lead us to paradise by spreading his word to even one more person. We can live better life. And I intend to hold that until that time. Each sin cleanse is another step toward paradise. Even someone as empty as me can realize that, and so I pour all of my nothingness into it. Whoosh. That's unacceptable. Something lights up in my empty self. I flash back to Pacifica's room with the broken window for just a moment. I don't know who I heard it from, but someone once said that people respond better to anecdotes than logic. That's why smart people use tall tales to garner respect and amass fortune. No idea when or where I heard that. As always, how annoying. That's probably what inspired me to talk back, interrupting the priest. You can't sway me with a tall tale like that. I said probably because it doesn't feel like I'm the one who say it. It's not a tall tale. It's the truth, all of it. Wait, save. Save. Rewind. It's not a tell. Okay. Oh, semuanya oke, bubuk. Thank you udah mampir. I'm not just some suggestible little girl. But you can be, as long as that is what God so desires. How long will you make this out to be God's fault? Do you hate this place so that much? Just give it up already. There is no escape. Surprisingly enough, I laugh. A laugh that's a mass of different human emotion. Now that I think about it, people laugh all the time, whether they are happy, mad, or sad. But it's a different sort of laugh. That's probably why it's appropriate to laugh in this about any sort of situation. Who am I, anyway? Who is this girl who is talking? Some organ inside my body feels like it's been set on fire, and that fire is setting me in motion. The magma-like heat boils my blood, circulates through my body. Even my head becomes a red-hot lump of heat, lighting up every last note and cranny of my thought process. Silence. The priest brings his hand forward, away from his back, revealing an automatic pistol which he points at me, just as I suspected, I suppose. Anjir, priestnya pakai pistol anjir. You are evil, a demon. Sorry, but there's no demon here, just ghost. It's ridiculous that you pretend we are alive when we are already dead. Our souls are alive. Bukannya kita. I'm going to shoot you, revive. Life and soul be damned. It's just a universal rule. The same thing that happened to object happened to us. I'm not motivated by something more precious. The likes of you could never understand how I feel. The priest has completely lost his composure, his magnanimity, and his high horse. He's no longer a lion, just a man. He's just a man, which is why he must rely on a gun. A god wouldn't need a gun. Anjir, kalau god bawa gun gimana anjir? I feel good, satisfied. Perhaps this is how it feels to rob someone of something precious to them. I won't be silent. What I have to say concerns you too. Come on, don't give up in this cold, dark place. Just silence, please. Don't say the same thing she did. I feel a hint of compassion for the priest as I conclude with this final question. How long will you keep waiting, and for whom? I don't understand the word coming out of my mouth, but I do know what they are, the last word that should come out of my mouth. Why? I don't know why. I know. Hopefully someone does. I'll kill you. I see the priest pull the trigger in slow motion. But once I see it, my attention is drawn behind me. Father, back toward the door I came in. The door opened and in comes the man I had slipped past earlier, his rifle drawn. The man instantly processed the situation and, "Ninja, how dare you fool me? Die." Saying that, he pulls the trigger, but it's already too late. I already pulled a pistol out of my coat and aimed it at his bra. At this point, I'm not even questioning my lightning fast movement. I think of what I want to do, and do it. It's so natural. I've come to accept this unfamiliar me. A cursed ninja. The priest fired without hesitation. He probably realized that now the man's here. Chaos and destruction in the church will be unavoidable. But his aim is off, so there's no need for me to even move from this spot. I guess I miscalculated a little. What do you want? The priest yells. I think to myself, how should I know? But I answer. I said so at the start, didn't I? I leap off the ground, quickly closing the distance between me and the priest. The priest seems to be quite the skilled marksman, anjir. But it's nothing I can dodge. So I take the gun I stole from the police officer and thrust it at his bro. I'm here to see the girl. I close my eyes. Bang, the sound of a gun. The sound of something human-sized collapsing onto the ground. The sound of blood roar in my ears. Who is there? Who's there again? But I can still pick up the soft sound of footsteps. A perfectly cute voice, one that I remember. It looks like something in the darkness of the fuse. Tonk. I hear some sort of machine starting up. After a moment delays, a siren starts to roar. Someone must have pulled a fire alarm or something. I'm sure the police and the priest follower will come rushing in soon. Clara, stop the alarm. Right, if someone in the church, it's probably her. I open my eyes. But from the darkness, I can hear her feeble voice protest. You want to be my friend, don't you? But she sounds hesitant. Stop it. I am in general direction of where she's hiding, but I didn't hit. But that's fine. The sound stopped. I know that this sort of alarm can be switched off manually. I step toward the darkness. It doesn't look like she's going to run away, or maybe she can't. I step up next to Clara as she desperately tries to keep standing on her shaking legs. Miss Sayoko, please apologize. I'm sure everyone will forgive you if you step down now. It will be fine. I'm sure everything will be fine. Lead the way. Let me help you, Miss Sayoko. I made a flower out of paper. You can have it. That offer somewhat attractive, actually. I imagine myself apologizing and everyone forgiving me and loving me like they love Clara. But then Pacifica and Anya will hate me, so no thanks. I refuse. I said, lead the way, poop hat. I struck Clara in the face, making a proper fist with my hand, of course. Clara flies back about half a meter, her nose bleeding. She places her hand on the ground, trying to get up but fail. She looked confused. She hasn't realized that she has been roughed up a bit. Anjir, lolinya ditonjok, cok. But she's not crying. She's just got a bewildered look on her face. She still doesn't realize what's going on. And that irritates me. I hate you, but I might come to like you. Lead the way unless you want me to hit you again. I spit out those words. To be honest, I don't hate her enough that I want to hit her. Clara silently get up without wiping her bloody nose, and with a delicate, early ghostly voice, she says, Yes, bocil ditonjok anjir. This way. Jadi kamu pendukung child abuse gitu, Lan? Wah, parah sih, Lan. Jadi kamu pendukung child abuse gitu, Lan? Erlan. He leads the way. Let's be friends once this is all over. Clara doesn't respond. Enggak bang. It's probably my first time walking around the place. It feels kind of strange and creepy. It's like I've got motion sickness. Yang benar kamu Lan? The church is a big, conspicuous building, so I'm used to seeing it from the outside. I guess what's so off-putting is the contrast between how much I think I know the building versus how little I actually know about it. It should be so obvious though. I mean, it shouldn't come as a surprise to know that a box contains things, right? Come to think of it, I know even less about myself than I previously did. I keep surprising myself again and again. It feels like I'm not even me. But looking at things objectively, maybe this is the real me. However, there's no way for me to know for sure. Cuman terkadang gue juga perlu agak kerasin biar nggak tenggelam gitu. For some reason, I'm exhausted. I can't concentrate. That's not good. The gun I'm pointing at Clara feels so heavy. It's tiring to go up all these stairs. How many floors does this building have? 4. We are on the 3rd floor. It seems like this central staircase is the only staircase connecting all the floors, which severely narrows down the available escape routes. Looks like Clara's nose stopped bleeding as we were talking. We quickly advance forward. I've already given up memorizing way back. Neither of us say a word. They're here. Clara speaks plainly as she stands by the door. He looks like a robot who is almost, but not quite human. Her current mental state must be like what mine normally is. There's not that much of a height difference between me and Clara. Her hair is the same length as me too, even though it's a different texture. If I usually look like she does now, I must really come off as a weirdo. You go in first. I think a lot of different things, but that's what I end up saying. Okay. Clara opens the door. She then puts her hand together and bows. After a moment delay, I realize that it's out of difference to me. Pardon the intrusion. Warmth flowing through the doorway. The heating must be on. Someone's in there. The someone I came here to see. Pardon the intrusion. I can't help but say that now that Clara has said it. Something akin to dread suddenly overcomes me. After all, despite all I've done to come see her, there's no guarantee that she'll see me in a positive light. Who will she trust more? The church that confined her, or the girl who comes barging in with a gun and a hostage? I'm curious to find out, but I've got no idea what to expect. What if she's completely unlikable? I don't know if I could get along with her then. Or maybe I should be worrying about me being the completely unlikable. I heard a voice, an unfamiliar voice, the voice of the new girl. I suddenly cast my eyes down. You have a visitor. You must be cold. Come in, don't be a stranger. Yes, you in the back too. I look up, I reflect. In a single moment, I think about a lot of things. In a single moment, I forgot them. Like a sort of flashback. By the time I realized that this is what anxiety feels like, I can already see the girl. I intended to be more mentally prepared when I first met her, but things have been a bit, shall we say, sudden? I'm so nervous. My eyes are blurring. In my blurred vision, I feel like I can see many different things. Like rain, or school, or summer hat, or laughing with someone. Kenapa kamu kerasin anak-anak itu mah, Erlan? And like a dream, they all suddenly come to mind and disappear as suddenly as they came. But why? The fearful me is already the usual me. I remember how comfortable being fearful can be. Congratulations! You look at me. At the very least, she's smiling. Sorry to keep you waiting. I give an odd reply, perhaps due to tension. Why will I say sorry to keep you waiting in response to congratulations? But for just a second, it seemed like the proper thing to say. I just don't get it anymore. That might explain why I'm smiling, or maybe it's totally unrelated, I don't know. Either way, we both smile. I'm no longer afraid. I stare at her for a second. She has got big eyes, brown, curly cheek, and a smile that makes me happy just by looking at it. I feel like I came here to check on something, but I've forgotten what exactly. What's your name? I intend to take her back with me as soon as I learn her name. My name is yet to be determined. Yet to be determined. Once I say it myself, I realize she's saying she doesn't have a name. Not that that is her name. A little slow on the uptake when it comes to things like that. Ah, jeez. I don't know how ghosts get their names. Do they keep their names from before becoming ghosts, or do they get new ones? No idea. So hey, are you two free right now? No, I'm not free right now, but I'm trying to free you. Please run away with me right now. Oh, good. Miss Yatabe smiles a carefree smile. I can just by looking at her that she's genuinely pleased. The hell, Helena, welcome to the stream. Honestly, I think that's a nice trait to have. Then why don't we eat some ham together? It's delicious, you know. Ini kan yang scene di awal. You too, Clara. Unfortunately, it seems the new girl's is not a good listener. This is plain bad. But I don't repeat myself. After all, there's no use talking to someone who doesn't listen. Can we go after we eat? I shift gears instead. We have to run quick, right? Let's eat fast, so we can run fast, okay? Okay. It's not that she's not listening. This person listens and ignores. That's right, she's the type of person who is tiring to talk to. Does she even understand that she's being held captive or why I'm here? Okay, I get it. Let's eat. There were no rifle shots, just a few pistol shots. The alarm got shut off quickly. We went straight to this room. I made sure that Clara didn't take a roundabout route to buy time. Backup will probably be here before long, but it's not here now. There are many worries in this world, but I know that very few of those worries will actually come true. Clara? Yes? Eat like your life depends on it. If I do, will you surrender? She says something stupid, so I pistol whip her with a thud. I didn't have to think about accidental discharge, since the gun's actually already out of bullet. I'll think about it, now hurry. No, si Loli nangis aja digedik. Okay. Fresh blood flow. Barusan mimisannya udah stop anjir, digedik lagi bocahnya anjir. Tada! On the table is a bone-in ham. Its smoky scent can be smelled from step away, and most of all, its size is overwhelming. Meat is precious commodity in this town. You will think it will make sense for ham to be in this town, since it's literally that meat. But despite the fact you can find freeze-dried, canned, and frozen meat everywhere, you'll rarely see meat as meaty as this. Pacifisa live in such a nice house, and yet I doubt even she could buy something like this. It's too big for me to eat by myself, so I'm glad you two came along. How did you get this? Nangis anjing lolinya sambil ditodong pistol anjing. A man gave it to me. The priest? Oh, so that's who he was. That's kind of funny. As we sit down at the table, I keep my contrast at Clara. Miss Yatabe doesn't even address the elephant gun in the room. I don't know if she's ignoring it or if she just thinks it is what it is. Everyone's got their quirk. Maybe if you figure out something quirk, you can figure them out, but I guess some people, their Kirk is being Kirkless. Clara clearly has no appetite for the feast before her. Neither do I, but at this rate, the ham's not going anywhere. Lagunya sangat cocok dengan situasi betul. And so, if you eat quickly, I'll put the gun down. We shall eat then. Clara reaches for the knife to cut the ham. She awkwardly cuts the ham and starts gulping it down like a garbage truck. Oh, you've got such a good appetite. Miss Yetobe cheers and pours a bottle in a glass. Let's dig in. I start eating the ham too. Yep, let's do that. Miss Yetobe start eating as well. Ham is a luxury food and already delicious on its own, but there's a certain something that spices it up all the more. For once, I was able to find the answer after just a little bit of thinking. It's already bedtime outside. Morning is near. A human might call this a late night snack, a meal outside of proper mealtime. I just remember that midnight snacks are especially yummy, but I'm sure I'll just forget again soon enough. I feel that something like this has happened before, but unfortunately I can't remember. Ooh. Once I finally managed to swallow an overly thick slice of ham, I let out a big sigh. We finished half of the ham. I'm concentrating. That's a rare occurrence for me. Tonight's just full of rare occurrences. We are eating ham. There's a ham on the table as big as my head, and we're eating it with such a gusto. Ini yang di awal nih. It's almost as if everything outside this room. Iya kan? And when I say us, I mean me, Miss Yetobe determined, and a crying Clara with a bloody nose. She's the one eating the most. The situation is very much like a dream. Like a dream. I pondered that thought again. Ini kalimatnya benar-benar sama kayak yang di awal, Cok. Eventually, we finish off the gigantic ham. Jangan dong, iya bubub, that was delicious. Miss Yetobe stroked her belly in satisfaction while I tried to do my best to keep myself from throwing up. Clara probably in the same boat too. You see, Miss Yetobe quickly got full and excused herself. Afterward, she watched us eat and said things like, "You two can really eat. And is it good?" So Clara and I ended up finishing off the majority of the ham. Now then, Miss Yetobe stepped up from her chair and clapped her hand gasser. The stop alarm started ringing once again. "Please wait here. Clara, if you run away, I'll kill you." I ran out of the room and checked what's happening outside. I don't sense anyone on this floor. The priest's corpse must have been spotted by now, and it should be clear that I'm the one who killed him. I think to myself, if I were the backup forces, I'll gradually go up the stair to corner me. There's no time. I rush back to the room and take Clara and the new girl. Oh, my suitcase. Mr. Yetobe says that's right. That right as we are about to leave. No, it will just hold us back. Coba masuk ke cerobong asap. Iya bubub, kamu coba dulu deh. Creepy. Bang Watsuya ternyata gak kuat. Oke lan, selamat tidur ya. I'm in a tight spot here. There's no guarantee that I can protect her and her baggage. Can we come back for it later? I decide to lie. We can come back for it anytime. Okay then. There's a little white lie. It's nothing. A gunshot rings from a lower floor. They must have found a corpse. After that first shot, several follow after it. Then I hear something break. Something like they've got shotgun. That's not good. Hi, hello fun, welcome to stream. I guess they must have mistaken something for me. They ought to keep a cooler hat. But that just goes to show how much they fear the ninja. Good. Excellent. If you people want me to be a ninja, I'll play the part. Being bloodthirsty is simple. It's kinda nice, actually. Makes you painfully aware that we are dead. The gunshot stopped. I hear men's voices. They must be arguing. Maybe they're pretending to clear the area, but I think they should keep it quiet. Sounds pretty dangerous down there. Miss Yetabe murmur. Don't worry. I continue. We're going up. If we can't go down, then our only option is go up. I'll show you the ninja true potential. Miss Yetabe leads the way as I threaten Clara to keep going up the stair. Oof. Clara tumbles. Probably not on purpose. Her nose starts to bleed again. Maybe she plans to die from a nasal blood loss. Over here, 4th floor. As a result, our pursuers have spotted us. I pick up one girl in each arm and dash up the stair and leap through the first door I see without hesitation. They don't chase after us immediately. Maybe they want to be sure they can overwhelm me, or maybe they are thinking they just need to block the staircase to corner the rat. That's an extremely logical thought, as long as you don't expect the rat to go even higher. What is this room? It's the priest room. I see. What a lonely little room. Just a big desk and a full-length window. Actually, I guess since there are several lonely little rooms, they're not so lonely or so little when put together. I stare out the window. Things don't look so bad outside. In fact, it looks better than I expected. I feel kind of pumped up. I'm sure I can pull off what I'm about to attempt. Miss Yetabe gleefully cheerful as she jumped onto the soft desk chair. Well, whatever. I've got an idea. Then here, I place my hand on Clara's shoulder. There's not much of a height difference between us. Our faces are close. I look closely at her face. I'm sorry, Clara. Miss Ninja? You must be cold. Here, you can wear my coat. I take off my coat, and I'm instantly reminded just how cool this sound can be. Now then. Hey, what's the plan? How do we escape? I don't have time to answer Miss Yetabe. Any last word? I ask Clara as I hide under the shadow of the desk, with my gun still trained on her, of course. I don't take my eyes off of her. Clara tries to speak, but she just fidgets and fails to say anything in the end. Time sluggishly crawl on. Miss Yetabe looks at me with concern. I want to give her some reassuring word, but what comes out of my mouth is anything but trustworthy. Everything will be okay. By the time I say that, the faraway footsteps are already upon us. There's already somewhere between 6 and 8 men on the other side of the door. They must be armed with rifles or other guns. Any last word? I swivel my head to face in my direction. I'm sorry, but now we are playing on the same field. No, it wasn't me who swiveled her head. It's just Clara dressed like me, with a hairstyle similar to mine. But the resemblance... Anjir, dia mau korbanin si Loli. I'm sure we'll meet again. Maybe we can be friends then. She does look like me. I hope you'll understand one day. You. What is she going to say? You're crazy? You have no morals? That makes sense. I've studied human rights, but not ghost right. Slam. They kick the door in. I do have last word. Clara speaks. Poop hat. What's that supposed to mean? I laugh. I don't think I could do anything but laugh. I guess maybe Clara really does understand after all. I hide my hat under the shade of the desk. I firmly push down Miss Yetabe's hat so that it doesn't come back up. Cons shot. Not only can they take out your eardrums, they could very well take out your whole ears too. Oh, I know. What is this? Substitution jutsu. You're correct. I suppose this is the reality according to those muscle-bound idiots. The intruder killed the priest, runs up to the top floor, but once they corner her, she stands dumbfounded in the dread of death. The men shoot me death with their guns. Eventually, the priest will return from the garbage dump and praise the men. Maybe even reward them somehow. The dread of death, please. This is why you guys are someone else's subordinates. We're ghosts, remember? Well, in any case, they must fear death themselves. Which is why they shot at me. They must have heard the stories of me being a ninja. To hide their fear, they shot at me with an unreasonable amount of bullet. It all happened in flash. The desk is big and sturdy, so there's no need to worry about getting hit by any bullet that ricocheted and pierced through the wood, or pierced through it. So I looked toward the window. Several of the bullet men for Clara hit the glass instead. At least one of the men must have been lousy aim. Beyond the glass is the same town as ever. It looks more beautiful than it does from my apartment, but it's just a small little ghost town. Oh wow. Oops, I loosened my grasp. Miss Yatabe nods her head as if to say, I know. For some reason, that makes me feel relief. Nothing like a holy movement going down, huh? Correction, I don't think I feel relief at all. That muzzle flash illuminates the scattering blood. It's my blood, or rather, the blood of Clara disgusts me. It kind of makes me sick to think about it like that. Bullet rained down upon the bulky glass before us. Cracks form here and there. Before it finally shatters, thus eliminating the barrier between us and the town. Or perhaps I should call it a barrier between us and a sudden drop. But either way, it's a barrier we don't need right now. And at the same time, I hear something collapse behind us. I don't want to look. She's not just a nun, she's Clara. I clearly remember that fact. Let's go. Huh? You're kidding, no way. The fact she's saying that means she understands what I'm suggesting. I forcibly wrapped my arm around her waist and halfway carry her. I wasn't expecting her to be thin or anything, but she's thicker than I expected. In fact, her thickness is kind of reassuring. I'll give you the signal. You're kidding, right? 1. I can? Why? Ah. A man reflexively pulls the trigger when he sees me get up, but his aim is bad. His shot doesn't hit. The other men follow his lead, but they are too late. With a word, we leap out of the window. Miss Yatabe screams something, but I'm not sure that counts as word. We leap out of the top of the church. From the window of the priest's room, we fall into the cold wind with some late shock. In the dark, gunfire behind us. It's cold. Something feels cold inside me. The me who was in me moments before is now gone. I started thinking irrelevant thoughts like you shouldn't go outside without a coat. But the lack of a coat means I can better feel the warmth of the girl under my arms. I'm so happy. Miss Yatabe says those words like a soft whisper. It's a mystery to me how I'm able to hear her voice through all the whistling wind song. But it's enough to make me feel satisfied. It's astonishing, really. It's like magic. Maybe she really is a witch. She made tonight a good night, despite all the trouble and all the cold. Back in my home country, ghosts wouldn't live for the afterlife until they were content enough. Myself, I wouldn't mind living right now. This is nothing. Also, keep this a secret, but... I only whisper, but it seems she heard me. Too, how strange. I'm not actually a ninja. Oh, I'm not actually a witch either. I figure. Hehehe. It feels like we've been falling forever. I wonder what's up with that. But obviously we gotta land eventually. We end up crashing onto Anya's armor vehicle. Obviously we couldn't just get up and walk away if we landed on a hard middle roof. But thankfully Anya was considerate enough to fasten that sofa from earlier onto the top. Mereka bahagia tapi tidak dengan streamer, ya. As a result, we are able to pull off an exceptional gentle landing. Yahoo! I'm one hell of a driver, ain't I? God damn. Where are those chairs she heads up to? An unusually enthusiastic Anya pops her face out of the driver's seat window. Watch your language. I hear a thought from inside the car. Anya groans. Get in, quick. Pacifisa pops her face out of the passenger seat window and urges us in. At the same time, we hear a gunshot and several meters in front of the car, a random pile of snow bursts open. Get in before you get sniped. Miss Yatabe and I hop into the backseat. And at the same time, we hear a concerning metal clank, suggesting the car got hit by a bullet. But it's an unarmored vehicle, so it's invisible. And in this moment, so are we. It's been ages since I've ridden in a car. I've missed the low engine roar, so I can't help but listen closely to it. Nobody talks, probably because we hear a police car siren coming from behind. After a while, once we can no longer hear the police car siren, Anya parked the car in an alley somewhere. But even then, the silence isn't broken until I finally speak up and address Anya. Hey Anya? Yeah? This is the same one, isn't it? Yeah, why? I didn't realize you still had it. I do. It will be a waste to get rid of it, you know? I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I'm glad you came when you did. You're welcome for that. Anya let out a sigh as if she tried to laugh but failed. If only that were the case. Look at the two of you getting all lovey-dovey. Anyway, why did you call her? And not me? Pacifisa takes out a bag of snack from somewhere and open it. You would think snack will be out of place in an armor vehicle, and yet somehow it works. I didn't know your number, Pacifisa. You could have just asked Anya. I was in a hurry. I had to prepare a disguise. A disguise? I disguised myself and handed those mint-flavored tablet to a watchman as a bribe. Then I put a new ventilation hole into the priest's skull and turned the nun into a colander. It's not until after I finished talking that I realized, oh crap, I shouldn't have said that. What I did was a small-scale insurrection, far from what any normal person would call ethical. I don't think those two will easily approve of my action here. I'm sure they were expecting something a little more peaceful. I get the feeling I should have lied about it, but I don't want to. For real? Good things we are friends. Anya says that so casually. Thank you. I casually respond. Anya grumbles something about priorities. Hey, Sayoko, you said I'm gonna jump, so bring the car behind the church, right? After I had gotten home from Pacifica's house, I had called Anya on the phone. That's right, that phone is a direct line between me and Anya. Anya quickly picked up and I quickly hung up. I finally understand why I keep avoiding the phone. Ini kenapa bisa di luar anjir dia? I must be the type of person who's not good with phones. Did you think that Anya of Green Gables here will understand what you meant just with that one sentence? Do you know what she said to me when she came to me for help? Pacifisa munched on the corn snack quietly yet angrily. Yeah, I said, what's that supposed to mean? Exactly, if we did exactly what you said, we'll all be in jail right now, you understand? Pacifisa opened up a second bag. Miss Yatabe reached for the bag, only to get her hand slapped away. Beep. That's why I came to you for help, okay? And I'm the one who told you to hide the sofa on the roof. This girl was just going to bring the car as it was, you know? She's got poop for brains, remember? It's fine. No, it's not. Yada Beast finds some snack on her own and start munching on them, saying it's not as good as ham, but it's okay now I think about it. I figure Anya will come to you for help and you will catch on to what I was getting at, Pacifisa. I was hoping that you two will fulfill my request at least as stated, so thanks for going above and beyond. I see, well okay then. Her voice is blunt, but somewhat tearful. I never want to make her cry again. We all fall silent for a while. I think it's because we are all feeling as if we had reclaimed something. But that sure turned out fun, didn't it? Indeed. Yeah. I agree. Also question. Go ahead, new girl. Short time no see. Yes. Well, where are we going? No clue. I guess none of us really planned ahead. Honestly, I only planned to bust to the new girls out. I didn't think about anything after that. Where should we go, Sayoko? When she asked me that question, I responded with relative ease. Outside of the town. I can feel the air get just a little colder. For real? Well, I kinda get where you're coming from. I don't remember what happened that day, so I want to try going out to town to jog my memory, I guess. What? Their faces freeze. What's with those looks? We don't remember. We don't remember what happened. What made you go? You know. Well, actually, I remember a little, but we figure you will remember, Sayoko. I don't remember. There are some things I remember, but they are far outweighed by what I don't remember. I'm shook, though I'm sure they are just as shook as I am. Miss Yatabe curiously look at each of our faces. That's right. She's an outsider. We should probably explain things to her, just not now. Alright, memory lane. It is. Let's go. Anya proclaims. Yes, let's go as far as we can go. Pacifisa concerned. Okay. And I agree. Outside of town? Have you been informed about ghosts and whatnot? We're ghosts, immortal, and unaging, locked up in this town, but since we are bored, we figure we'll take the advantage of the chaos by going outside and crossing the boundary. Sifisa condensed the explanation, perhaps a bit too much. The way she said it was kind of blunt. Normally, you wouldn't expect an outsider to easily agree to something like that. Wow, that sounds kind of funky. But thankful, Miss Yatabe is a normal, so there's no problem. I've already learned that from my short journey with her so far. Anjir. Lastly, what does she mean by funky? Funky is funky. I can see us getting along with her. Let's go, let's go. Sounds like fun. And we are off. Anya stepped on the gas and the car speed off. The ground covered in snow, but the car just laughed it off. My heart drops, but I guess I still have a pulse even though I'm a ghost. I'm glad my kidnappers are such fun this song. Miss Yatabe just casually and unexpectedly say that. Kidnappers? Well, I don't even know your names, hahaha. I just came along for the ride before I got an explanation, so it's like you're kidnapping me. How fun. Anjir. Anjir, dia suka di-kidnap ya. How fun, anjir. The mood in the car suddenly got tense. I did pretty much just kidnap her, but Pasifa and Anya don't know that. Sayoko, did you just drag her out without giving her an explanation? And she just went along with it? I was too busy eating ham. Ham? Oh, don't worry about it. I mean kidnapping in a good way. There's a good way? Those church people wouldn't tell me anything about the town. And besides, it's more fun to be with other girls. You all seem like nice people. Well, okay then. That's fine, I suppose. Well, as long as Miss Yatobe is satisfied, that's fine, I guess. We all fell silent for a while. The view from outside the window gets sadder and sadder as the town slowly fades away into a barren field of snow. Outside of town. Wonder what's on the other side. We need to have a welcome party. A Pacifisa Shimin. I guess she's grown tired of the snack. A welcome party. That's what we have all gathered here for. So you kidnapped me to throw a welcome party. Wow. Surprise party. Thanks. Oh, about that. How about we make it a birthday party? Instead of a welcome party, it seems more festive that way. A birthday party for a ghost? How about we give you a name as a birthday present? Oh lovely, Sayoko, you're so talented. Talented at what? We giggle, but Anya stays quiet. I guess she's having a tough time driving. However, that isn't the case. Okay, it's time for some bad news. Anya cleared her throat and started speaking. This car equipped with a powerful engine so it can run anywhere and it's carrying a ton of fuel. How powerful? Let's just say that bearing wear and tear, it can run pretty much forever without resupply. Honestly, this thing's built like a tank. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be running properly, and I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's gonna explode. What the fuck? We need to run. Anjir mulutnya. We can't. We've got 30 seconds and the blast radius will 100 meters wide. It will tear up the ground and spread radioactive fallout everywhere. That's an objective fact. As a practical solution, I suppose we complete this birthday party within those 30 seconds. That's all the more reason to get off this thing. The blast radius is 100 meters long, Passy. I suggest you give up 25. I understand, let's move on to the gift giving then. 22. Your name is Ham, no wait. 18. Yoru. Yoru means night. That's what the yo in Sayoko also stand. It met at night, so Yoru. For something I came up with on the spot, it's actually a pretty good name, I would say. Then again, ghosts are dwellers of the night. So maybe every ghost in that town could be called Yoru. But these people don't know what kanji are, so I don't think anyone will catch on. What a lucky break. Two nightly name. Within me, she's there. She's there within me. This is my little secret. And pass as I think to myself. Whoa, that's nice and simple. It's straight to the point. Good. That's the spirit. Good name. 10 out of 10. 10. Happy birthday, Yoru. 7. We got the important stuff out of the way in just 9 seconds. Things are getting hectic, but it makes me feel something. It makes me feel alive. Let's be friends. 4. The flow of time is like temperature. If either of them drop to 0, you freeze. I'll be your friend too. That's why all of this commotion seems kind of warm. Welcome to the ghost town. It's a joyous sort of warm. Thank you all. Okay, the end. And thus begin our story. I think. Anjir. Anjir, lucu banget. Kocak. Ada gambarnya ya. Summer. It's summer everywhere you look. You can hear chattering voices everywhere from the group of middle schooler enjoying the breeze. Aku rasa juga ya ditinggal langsung tamat lah. Ini baru episode 2, cok. Enjoying the breeze at the convenience store, to the elderly passing out in the shade, to the elementary schooler playing around in the park. As I pedal my bike, I can feel my feet getting sore from the sandals they were given to me for days like these. But I figure I can just put up with it. After all, I'll be seated for the duration of the movie. Oh, the signal turned red. I firmly squeezed the worn down brakes, and my bike gradually slowed down. But it doesn't come to a complete stop. So I try to plant my feet on the ground and to try forcibly stop the bike. It's when I realize something. Crap. It's like I'm just the usual me now. This extraordinarily cute sundress came from a faraway country, but I'm not used to wearing this sort of fabric. This new sand mixes with my own. I hope this kid doesn't find it unpleasant. The signal turns green. I'm starting pedaling again. The wind whisks away my sweat. It's a nice breeze. We are meeting by the station. I gotta hurry. I don't want to be late. I steadily pass through the residential area in front of the supermarket and through the roundabout. I don't get caught at any traffic signal after that. How lucky. And the kid's here and hasn't noticed me yet. What should I say? This will probably our last time meeting. I have to make it count. I'm just an ordinary summer side, an average elementary schooler on summer break. I can't wait to see the movie. Ghostpia. Ada 5 episode ya. Yowes. Kita bakal udahi streamnya deh, harusnya. Apakah masih ada yang live? Oh, ini live. Ya, hari ini pada nggak live ya hari ini ya. Wes. Sebut nama, ada Sen Papi, ada Nepu, ada Fun, ada Bagis, ada Erlan, Tiaga, ada Tante Badut, ada Cat Resek, ada siapa lagi tadi? Ada Dongo, ada Shiva, ada Airi, ada siapa lagi? Dan mungkin ada yang nonton tapi nggak live chat. Ada Om XY, mungkin ada Papa, mungkin ada ANS. So, ya. Gak yang udah mampir dan juga menemani live stream kali ini. Game kali ini menurutku bagus sih. Aku cukup suka ceritanya. Oh ya. Tapi mungkin besok kita lanjut Chaos Child dulu deh. Ya, thanks for watching and see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye. Bye bye.